Alrighty. Alrighty then. Well, this is odd. That camera should be showing up.
I'd like to do another one today, but I can't stay up late today.
Huh. Interesting. My camera doesn't seem to be picking up today, even though it's on. Huh. Interesting. I have to fix that later on then. I'll have to do some stuff. Daniel, good to see you. Rico, good to see you. Ponder, good to see you. Good to have you back, guys. Today, we're going to be talking about some of the new flight model stuff that's come out, or the stuff that's been released, and just talk about kind of what that means, and, how it's going to affect gameplay and, that kind of stuff. And just, I'll draw some pictures out and I'll kind of show you guys what on paper they're saying is what it's going to look like. And then you guys can, have your idea. So, so we'll see. Obviously, I don't have access to the flight model, and this is only stuff that's been posted on other Discords, just people talking about it and other stuff like that, right? So, we'll just kind of go from there and see how it all shakes out. What should I fly today? If I got you as a wingman, would you want to do double bucks? What do you want to do?
Yeah, we could do bucks.
Double bucks, yeah.
Let me see if mine is set up, because I think I was playing around with ballistics a while ago.
Oh, right on. All right. All right, so...
If not, I'll grab my M50.
Yeah, let's see here. Let's see here.
Actually, I could just grab the guns off your book, if I don't have any.
Yeah, I've got a full rack of just repeaters, right? So...
Let me see what's on it. Yeah, it's currently got 0 guns on it.
Let's see here.
Sent you a party invite.
Got it.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Alrighty. Let's go to Dupree and see what we got. Apparently that's where all the action is. So, dude, why is my camera not working? What the heck? It's plugged in. Bruh. Nothing works these days. Sorry, guys. I mean, I could restart the whole stream, but I mean, I don't think I'm that pretty. You know what I mean, guys? I don't think I'm that pretty. I don't think. That's me where everything doesn't work. Yeah, I know, eh? Yeah. Said, thanks for keeping us up to date with the leaks. I mean, I wouldn't even call them leaks, I mean, it's just...
Stand by. Your vehicle is visited.
My sultry voice isn't enough. Yeah, my voice is still recovering from stuff. Recovering. There we go. Are you in need of weapons?
Yes.
Pixel? Yes?
Yeah, I'll fly over with my buck. No.
Let me just strip these weapons off my buck right now then.
Where you at currently, Everest?
Yes. Give it a
Okay, I'll be on my way shortly.
There we go.
Grab the very buck off the top as well. I need that. For some reason, I'm missing it.
Okay, I'll take it all off.
I don't know what happened to my buck. I guess I was playing around with it and...
How do I get to the very puck on top of this? Gonna have to like flip it upside down or something.
If not, I should be able to just buy one at the weapons store.
Yeah, but I should just be able to angle my tractor beam here. Alright, I've got the weapons on the ground here. Now I just need to grab that very puck. I'm gonna have to somehow get on top of it. I think I'll just bring it down with the landing gear down. Said newer flight mechanics in game now. No, so Daniel, so they're doing the Evocati testing of the flight model. I wasn't invited because they say that they're doing it for PvE. So we'll see. But okay,
Sounds interesting so far, from what I've read.
Yeah, and and we're gonna talk about what has been released and what people are saying and what the fuck. I can't make this shit up, bro. My Buccaneer just took off without me. Okay. Well, there goes the Buccaneer. Just put these in the elevator then. And you can bring them down and well, I'll just put them in there and then I can pull them up when you're here. Bro. You can't make this shit up. That's crazy, man. Said, are they going to overlook and underdeliver again? Oh, you guys are cracking me up. Alright. So I understand there's a difference between the flight model for PvP and PvE. There's not one flight model that's based on physics.
Welcome to the
Oh,
ASOS
sorry, one second.
Vehicle
Stat over here. PvE combat is just dodging turrets the entire time. Yeah, like play versus environment combat is not really that hard in a sense that you don't really have to balance the game because you don't need to. The NPCs are hilariously ineffective. I should turn the engines off. Oh well.
Welcome
Gonna have to. Can I store it? No, I have to claim it.
Your insurance claim has been thank you.
Another minute and 30 seconds here.
5G, I'm out.
I don't know if it'll just delete that Buccaneer then. They consistently leave room for improvement unintentionally. Yeah. So today we're going to talk about some of the screenshots that were linked when it comes to the changes of the flight model, what they're going to be testing, what those new testing parameters look like. And what I'll do is I'll bring up my paint.net and I'll draw it out for you guys so that you can understand, what is being talked about, right? So if I go to, where is it here? If I can find the Discord. Yeah. All right, let's see here. right. Let's see here. Let's see here. All right, so let's see here. I missed the old flight model, says Moravian. Ah, brother. You're going to get me depressed, man. I just wanted to go fast overall. Master Mode's is shite. Any hopes for the new flight model, says Jocks. Well, we're going to talk about that today, guys. So once the stream gets going, I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull up all these screenshots and information that has been kind of put out there, and we're going to talk about it. And we're going to see what we can kind of parse through and understand. And my intention today is to educate people as to what they're doing, and then we'll see what happens, right? SCM speed limits make it easier for noobs to die in most cases. You speed wall after 2 seconds of forward thrust and just die because you're flying flat with no room for maneuverability. Having speeds capped at like 1,000 for normal acceleration opens the window for maneuverability without your ship trying to slow down for no reason. You're gonna love today's episode, then, buddy. Now, I will say that I have not myself played these specific changes or this specific flight model because I have not been invited. So I can't really say from my experience. All I can do here is we can talk about the stuff that they are testing and whatnot, and then go from there. You know? Is it gonna pull my Buccaneer up? What's going on here?
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has
There we go.
Okay, I'm here.
You're in my hangar? Nice.
Yep.
I'll pull up the weapons then. Weapons. All categories. All the guns are gone. Never mind. I guess I'll have to pull them off this one. That's odd.
Yeah, it's been doing that to me.
Yeah. I watched some of your old videos, the F8 video from the old flight model, and man, I miss how smooth the flight was. Boys, you're not helping my mental health here, guys. You're not helping. Alright, you know the drill. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, go now. What did you just shoot? I shot one of the ailerons off the back, which is going to cost me about 56 credits to repair. While...
Don't let me deactivate it.
Oh, sorry, one sec. It's not unlocked.
Not the ports.
Okay, stand by. Okay, go now. Origin says, by the way, I lost my Windley ship this patch. What ship? I know we won't get the old flight model back, but hopefully it will be an improvement over the one we have now and brings a bit of realism back. Well, I can tell you right now that the realism in this next iteration is even farther into the non-realistic side. So I'm just gonna kill that right now and say that this stuff that they're doing is making the game more arcade-based and less sim-based. I'm just gonna throw that there. So take that for what it's worth. It doesn't mean that it won't be really good. It's not going sim-based. So take that for what it's worth. Did you get the puck off the top?
See if I can grab it from the back.
Here, let me hit repair, and then you can pull the gun off again. Processing. Okay,
Let me grab the very puck. You might have to turn upside down.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
If you just pitch up, it should be good. There you go. Okay, I got it.
There you go. All right, this should be good now. Should be good. Should be good. That's correct there, Korean Gamer. We're going to be talking about it today. Said, I feel like higher speeds make for jousty combat, which gets old real quick. Yeah, but we have higher, like more jousty combat now in Master Modes than we ever did there, Card. Which is ironic, but it's because jousting is one of the only ways to create distance. So people use it even more now. I suspect they're testing the new flight model will change over time, but they have to commit to something now. I don't really miss the super strung at 1K combat from the... Oh yeah, I mean, there was ways to change that too there, Yak. I'm not saying you like going back to the old system would be the be-all end-all. There were improvements that needed to be made in that old system too, right? It's just the philosophy. Like, the game that we're playing is a different game than what we played 3 years ago. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, it's not like a variation of it. It's like a completely different game, you know? All right. Let me know if you've got the weapons set up here.
Yeah, I got everything. Just go
Nice.
back to my hangar now.
Yeah, I will head out then and head to...
There's a lot of people in the lobby here. It's a good sign.
Yeah, that's a good sign. Alrighty. So it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts. I saw the stuff out on that got out, which doesn't ever surprise me. Man, what are we, like the 5th generation rework now? I think this would be number 7, Charles. It depends on what you define as a rework, right? But this would be number 7.
Just gonna go grab a drink real quick, and then I'll be back.
And I've been through them all. Every single one of them. Man, what are we? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Might as well be on horses with lances. You guys crack me up. So I'd have liked to have seen a method where as you ramp up speeds, you start ramping up power drawn from other systems. Yeah, but there's no, like, you're talking speeds in space. Like, that's your first mistake, right? Are you going sim or are you going, like, arcade, right? Alrighty. This guy is called Impulse Buy. That's really funny, actually. There's a 400i here. Redneck Space Ranger. He's in a Scorpius. He's targeting me. Okay. was odd.
Okay, I'm back.
There we go. Got the first kill. Hopping over. I love the Buccaneer, dude. Captain Liam. Any bounty contracts?
Have a look here. Got a few actually. Except all these. Oh, actually, there's a lot on here. There's about 10.
PDCs just lit me the fuck up. PDCs are obnoxious, bro. Alright. There's Captain Liam guys running away now. B says I'm been getting slammed by wolf pilots. Really? Captain Liam's running. Those PDCs almost took my engines off. That's kind of ridiculous. I want to immerse bathroom use in Star Citizen. Ugh, he ran. Where are these bounties at?
I'm still accepting them all now. And then I'm gonna have
many, eh?
Yeah. Now I'll sort through the list, see what we got.
I'm gonna go get repaired on the wing there because it's too risky to lose a wing in atmosphere like this.
We got Stockholm Syndrome. He is down. It says he was 99 kilometers away, but I'm not getting a marker.
Yeah. Is this the new flight model? No.
Oh, he's back in Everest.
What we are flying right now, guys, is not the new flight model, but we are going to talk about the new flight model here in a minute once we get more people into the stream, so I don't have to keep repeating myself. And we're going to draw it out, and we're going to explain what we see and all that stuff.
Looks like we got XXG coming down to Dupree, possibly.
Yeah,
oh, wait, no,
so, well,
he's not
actually,
at Dupree.
if you could give one thought based on what I've assumed you've seen, is it positive, no thoughts, or negative without going into depth? Like, what's my disposition towards it? Positive, but disappointing, to be honest. Positive that we are going to get a better product, I think, from what I've seen. However, I'm disappointed that they're not going the simulation route and they're going the kind of arcadey Star Wars route. So that's a bit disappointing because we were told we were going to get a space sim, and instead what we got was like a No Man's Sky with more
Down here at
fidelity.
Dupree.
Stand by
XXG.
it. Yes, I'm just repairing here.
Gotcha.
What is he in?
I'll go ahead and check. Let me go check.
Is he a Dad Idris?
He's moving too fast to be an Idris.
Okay.
It is a Blade.
Nice.
Just gonna keep his attention while I wait for you.
No Man's Game, says Friedman. Yeah, like I don't think CIG understands, like the crowd that they sold this game to are all 30-plus-year-old dudes that want a simulation experience and not the next No Man's Sky. I think CIG has kind of lost touch with their own fan base, and they're making a game for kind of Zoomers and the Call of Duty kids, the Battlefield kids. And I think that is a betrayal of the core essence of what Star Citizen is trying to be. Now,
So
for
have his
whatever...
attention.
Stand by. Turning around. Warping to you now.
Gonna go in for another joust here.
Yeah, I'm warping to Dupree now. If you can just buy time, I'll be there in
Yep.
just a second.
Got his attention.
Said, hey, all timers wanted a simulation model. We wanted to fly into space. Said,
He's on
well,
my
my hopes
tail.
are finally getting into PvP is dying slowly. No, don't panic yet, guys. Hold on. Well, hey, old timers want a simulation model. We wanted to fly into space. I couldn't care less about the interactive mode. Oh, the interactive movie. Oh, you're talking about the single player campaign. Well, again, that's what I've been saying for a long time too. Is Star Citizen is, okay, I'm 20K from you.
Gotcha. He's 5 clicks off my nose. He's in
Yeah.
a blade.
Yeah, I'm moving to you now. Moving best speed. Moving towards you at 1,000
Looks like he's in
meters per
nav.
second. Do you have missiles? What's the name of them?
XXG.
Oh, yeah, there's a
Level
there's a wolf getting close to you as well here. Crucial dude.
He's not locked onto me.
Roger that. I'll take him out then. First, we need to get that blade though.
Intercepting the blade.
I'm almost.
1.5.
I'm almost. Oh, I see the blade now. Yeah, UI-7 XXG seen. I'm closing at 4,000, 4,100, 3,800, 3,300.
Going back into nav.
2800.
Just trying to get out.
Yeah, I'm on top of him. If you get a missile on him, we could pull him out.
I'm back in nav now. Can't get a missile.
Roger that. I'm getting. He's actually gaining on me here. I'm gonna try to get closer here. Yeah, I'm trying to lead turn him here. I'm at 6 kilometers now. Closing now.
I'm at 2.
Nice. Here we go. 3, 2. Turning into the turn
Failed
here.
merge. Going back into nav.
Yep. Yep. Merging it. Oh, he warped off.
Jump to Ida.
To eat, yeah, scene.
He jumped all the way. He didn't cut short.
Yeah, what's the guy's contract called again?
XXG-01.
Yep, scene. Got it. Alrighty. It's just sad that they abused their SC player base to beta test Squadron 42. Well, I mean, we
Chasing him in there.
technically signed up for it, right? Yeah, we need Red 15 with his interdictor.
He might jump to Aberdeen. He's looking right at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he jumped to Aberdeen.
There is a Cuddy Blue with us now, so it might be able to put up a dampener.
He stopped short 20 away.
Ah,
Let's see if I got close.
yeah. Cut his warp. He'll
2.9
just warp
ammo.
though. Without interdiction, like, we can't catch him.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna deny the fight until we get bored. So I need Red 15. Here, just warp to me. There's a bunch of ships here chasing him as well. Ugh. Now they warped off. There's a bunch of bounty hunters on the server, so let's go to Ita. Yeah, they're gonna try and let's just go back to Hurston. If I get a crime stat, they'll come to us. There we go. Original Kickstarter is still up. You can read it yourself. Oh, hold on, was that it there? Yeah, there it is. Let's go to Dupree. Do you think that SIG will reduce fighter strafe speed so that circle fighting fades away? No.
No, these other bounties are showing me markers. It's just that guy.
All the other bounties are leaving?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Leaving or dying? Oh, there's a hornet here. Berserk. I'm gonna kill him and then get a crime stat here. Let's just go to Dupree and get a crime stat.
Yep.
Have some fun. I like how the interest is called Impulse Buy. That's actually a really funny name. He's probably like, what killed me? There we go. Should get a there we go, crime stat 3. Now the bounty hunters will come to us. Come to us.
Mantis reporting for duty.
Yay!
Walking in.
Join us, brother.
Join us.
Join us. Alrighty.
Why is my mag capacity so short at the start? Strange.
Oh, Captain,
Different pips coming out of nav.
that
or
Captain
weapons.
Liam
No, I
guy is
was only
back
getting
in
like
Scorpius.
10 bullets when I was coming out now.
So I will say this to people watching stream: the new flight model looks like it's going to perform and behave a lot more like how you're seeing me fly here,
Going for Liam.
where things are a lot more linear, a lot more like an airplane. So take that for what it's worth. Yeah, I'm diving on Liam.
3 clicks. 2 clicks. Coming in for the merge.
Yeah, I'm on him. Keep my speed up here in this turn. I think he's going in a nav, yeah?
Yeah, still getting hits on him.
Yep. Getting locking missiles. If it'll actually lock. There we go. Missiles out. Those are EMs,
Missile
right?
out.
So. Oh, he warped?
Yeah, he got out.
Fuck's sake, man. Alright, we need an interdiction. Crazy.
Working on it.
Crazy. Alright, that's fine. It's whatever.
It's faster to claim it than to fly all the way to the Grim and back.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Just commit Sudoku, go back, reclaim it. Hi, Avenger. Have I missed the conversation? No, we haven't started it yet, guys. We're gonna start it about. What time is it now? It's 12:48 for me. We're gonna start the conversation at around 2 o'clock Mountain Time.
Like stealth flying down here
So
towards Dupree.
that's about 4 o'clock Eastern Time. We're gonna break out the screenshots and we're gonna start drawing stuff out and we're gonna explain all that stuff going on. Until then, we're just gonna have some fun here. We're gonna dive around. We're gonna fly our Buccaneer. We're gonna cause some problems. Just have some fun.
Yeah, we got 2 arrows down here. Or arrow and a saber, sorry.
I'm 4,000 meters
Looking
from
at
you.
LE.
I'm coming to you.
Sabers on me.
Roger that.
Dragging them out. Got 2 on Pixel.
Roger that. Oh yeah, which
Corkscrewing out.
one do you want first here? I see
Go
the
for
arrow.
saber.
Okay, I don't see the saber. I see the arrow though. I'm just gonna kill the arrow real quick because he just gave me the shot.
Arrow seen. 2 clicks.
Yeah, he's gonna let me have it.
Coming for the merge.
Got him.
Saber's coming after you.
Not seen him. Searching for
Going for the
him.
merge.
Oh, I see him. I see him. I see him. Yeah, I see him. I see him. Coming around. Nice. Good turn. Rediving here.
He's down.
Nice. Nice. Good kill.
Something shooting at me? Something on the ground, possibly?
Could be a PDC from the the Idris. Something's targeting me with missiles.
Some
Something's
storm on the ground.
still
is it?
targeting with missiles. Get real low to the ground then, because if they fire missiles, you can use the ground to like just
Yeah,
corkscrew close
train
to the
missile.
ground, and the missiles will just impact. All right.
Get missile lock now as well.
Yeah. Not seeing anything here. Could be the NPCs targeting us as well, alright? Alright, I think we're clear. Let's gain some altitude then. I'm not seeing anything on the horizon here. Let's get some altitude here. Speed. Alright. Sometimes it feels like SIG's design doesn't fit the reality of the game. Take anti-fighter weapons, for example. They have dispersion radius like their real-life counterparts. Said goal is to assure the few hits required to down a real-life aircraft. However, this exists in a world where you expect to chew through shields, armor, and hull, which requires accuracy. Where are these bounty hunters, man? Alright, well, let's just chill here until we get some more action. Thing about Squadron 42 is it's going to bring so many players to the IP. When it releases, they are all going to go through it, and if it lives up to the Wing Commander legacy, then players are absolutely going to be thirsty for more SC content, and they are going to come to the PU looking for that. We are going to get an explosion of new players in the PU immediately after S42 releases. It's absolutely going to be great for the PU, and we should be wishing it success. Oh, look, I mean, I want this game to be successful more than anybody else I have ever met, you know? I mean, I'm so invested in this game, it's not even funny. That's why I'm so passionate about it, because they do so much stupid shit, right?
Gladius inbound, RF.
Not seen.
So something is the name.
Above,
It's 11
below,
clicks out.
bearing?
Front of my nose. So Kitty is the name. 7 clicks out.
Seen.
4 clicks.
Mantis on Hurston.
Nice. Come on, join us at Dupree here.
Coming in for the merge. They blew through.
Invite so I don't
Yeah,
get
I see
immediately
him.
ganked.
Here we go. First run. He's turning on me here.
A little bit of
Nice.
desync there. Come back in for the merge.
Yeah, I'm coming back around for the turn. There, we got him. Go to sleep. Alright, well. Nice call out. Alright. I'll fly behind you here. Oh, that's the... something just spawned in front of me. That was the wreck of the Gladius. I thought that was ship jumping in. And we just gotta wait for the next target. Next targets. Said, how will combat work with the new QT hop? Oh, the new well, I don't know. I haven't even seen any leaks about how the new quantum system will work, right? So what's that behind us? Oh, behind us. 6 o'clock. It's a Intrepid. The Gramone.
Seen. 10 clicks out.
So how Every time the IMI does ground things, the universe puts you in our server, says True Snake. Are you guys with us? Wait, are you guys here? Oh, totally lost track of that. The universe is like, we demand detox.
Why am I not getting crime stat? What's going on?
I
Come raise up.
Oh no. Do you guys want to do something fun, or are you guys at Dupree, True Snake? Wait, are we here like with you guys? I don't see any IMI guys though.
Mantis on grid.
Join us. Oh, is there a storm front rolling in? It's getting a little
We get
cloudy
you
here.
party invite.
Saber and Arrow and our Scorp got away. Oh, that was you guys. Do you have a whole bunch of ground guys here at the station then?
There's a ground vehicle moving right here.
Really?
Centurion. Yeah, 2 Centurions on the ground. Oh, I just hit the station.
Oh
I'm down.
no!
I got a really bad stutter and I couldn't do anything.
Oh, that's what lit me up.
Yeah, it looked like a Centurion and a Ballista.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I don't have any bombs though. I might have to go back to Grim to get bomb racks.
Stutters are rough down there.
Yeah, the frame rates are kind of rough here. Just small testing groups, right on. I mean, like, I don't think, like, if I do strafing runs on these, you know, oh, my missiles are empty. Getting targeted.
It's a little hard to circle strafe with the button buck with ground targets.
Yeah.
Fighter, it's super easy.
Yeah. Is that what I think it is? Oh yeah. Those are... I can't target those though. That's fine. I would love to have ground forces able to mark targets on the ground so we could actually like do air to ground stuff effectively. You know? Are you in prison? I'm assuming you are.
No.
Oh, nice.
I don't have a CS3. I don't know why. I've killed a bunch of people and it's not giving me crime stat.
Yeah. I'm not seeing anything other than the rain.
I'm all the way back at Grim, so it's gonna take me a minute.
That's fine. Nothing going on at the moment. So maybe give multi-crew ships the ability to remodule their engines to counter the quantum dampener. Scanning ships would give that networking targeting. You're asking about mechanics that can deny interdiction. I mean, that's all you're asking for. There's a million ways to do that, right? Said, you mean laser guidance from like 1968, way too advanced for Star Citizen? Yeah, like, I mean, it's not hard. Just have a guy down on the ground with a laser marker, and if you're in party and he laser designates something, it shows up for everybody in the party with like within, let's say, 1,000,000 kilometers. Right? So as long as you're within comm relay network, then you just you know, like a little marker would appear on my HUD, and it would show where the ground vehicle is, and then I can just line up my bomb and throw a bomb, and then everyone's happy. You know, it's you
Shouldn't even have to be a ground target that lasers it. Targeting pods exist for a reason.
Well, that too, right? Like it could be both. It could be either from
Like
a
a
Scorpion.
dual-seater with a targeting pod that where he can guide the bombs in. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Answer, yes.
Yes. Would you like to know more? Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, well, the blade's back. XXG0,
Or just give us
yeah.
GPS guided bombs.
Well, now that you're gone, people are showing up. I don't want to take a duel on against a wolf and oh, for God's sake. It's SM, guys. It's set seeding, boys. Throwing lots of EMs at me. And I've been missiled to the ground and I'm dead. Can't avoid EMs. Yeah, Clasher. That's not surprising. So hello, have a good game. What do you think about the new future of SC, about the flight model? If the company are going to make a game for Zoomers, would it be successful or would it be ending in failure? I think if they made it for Zoomers, I think ultimately it would be a detriment to the game, right? I think they should still stay much more towards the simulation side. You know? Alright, I only have an hour, so I'll be out in like 10 minutes.
Ready?
I got EM missile spams, couldn't avoid them, just died. Alright.
I can't even find these guys on radar. And they're shooting me with something.
Yeah, they're all running stealth stuff, so they can shoot you with missiles from much longer than you can. I would just get out.
No, I mean like... Yeah, no, okay.
Yeah, and they're gonna have like a lot of guys. I guarantee
believe it.
They'll have like 5 or more to take out just 2 of us. I think to give the Antares backseater a 3rd button push. Oh, the poor Antares, man. I mean, maybe one day that ship will be fun or good, but I don't know. There's a lot of broken concepts about Star Citizen's current state. I just like, it's crazy that they are still like trying to figure out the baseline of movement in this game, and we're like right around the corner for Squadron 42. You know? Like a lot of times I find like it's like they can't stick to one idea. They just bounce all over the place and take up years of development time to try something that a lot of us in the community kind of say, well, you know, like if I was them, I would have put it to a giant vote and said like, look, like what does everyone want us to make? A simulation based game or a cinematic more? Like they should just ask the community, and then whatever the community wants, they'd be like, okay, that we'll build that, you know? Instead, they just they went full ham on all the wrong things for years, and then they sit there scratching their head like, why don't people like our game? It's like, because you're not
obviously trying to cater to consoles at the moment.
Yeah, that too, right? This new flight model is very much console based. You can tell like the way that the movement system is set up, because it takes away a lot of the 6 degrees of freedom of it, and it puts it towards like a 3 degrees of freedom type experience, which is what you can do on a controller. You can't do 6 off on a controller. You literally don't have enough axes and buttons to do it, right? So
I mean, just the wheel menu for UI stuff is a big indicator that they're trying to cater towards consoles. That's a console thing.
frick, I went the opposite direction.
I miss the old little drop-down list thing that we used to have when you ran up to a ship. You got the different options in the list.
The drop down menu?
Yeah, you had the little drop-down with all the text. So like when you go up to your ship and it says enter ship, you used to look at that and there used to be different options like open inventory.
Oh,
it wasn't on the wheel menu.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, that's old.
That system was way superior.
It was a little more straightforward, that's for sure. Boing. So expect the game to be made based on a PlayStation 5 controller. Well, I think Squadron 42 100%. I mean, that's what they're doing, right? They're building Squadron 42. That's what they care about. Guess we'll have to wait and see. I wonder though if what they're gonna do is take the system of Squadron 42 and then just make it a lot more advanced for Star Citizen, you know? But I don't like the idea of having separate flight models for the games. I'd much rather have Star Citizen and Squadron 42 have the same flight model, and then obviously just have different stats depending on the ships, right? Because, you know, to me that would be awesome, you know?
You know what we need?
What?
Stormcrow and his paladin.
Yeah.
It's going to be epic.
Boy.
Even more epic tales than Anderson and the Vanguard.
Man, I missed the Vanguard. When it was actually good.
I miss the Sentinel not just sucking buttermilk.
Bro.
They all suck.
All right.
Sentinel at least had a use.
Boing. Boing. Boing.
The weapon loadouts are just so bad on the Vanguards. It just completely ruins them.
Boink.
Bespoke weapons ruining a ship yet again.
I mean, if they were tuned to be at least the same muzzle velocity as the other weapons, it wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah.
My worry, not worry, but like my question is like, with these low speeds and stuff, like how are you gonna get ships like Vanguards and these other really big ships? Like how are you gonna get them to be viable? Because they're so big. Like you're gonna have to dramatically scale back the size of some of these ships because they're just way too large, you know? Like I don't know how they're gonna fix that because they kind of designed themselves into a hole in a way, you know?
Okay, let me go sub
Well-
respawn at Everest.
Once they nail down the flight model, then they'll have to adjust muzzle velocities to match.
Yeah, but it's not
Simple
just
as
about
that.
muzzle velocities. I mean, the Vanguard is
Size
like,
of the ship.
is that so? The Vanguard is
Yeah,
literally
it
the
is
size
huge,
of a
yeah.
jumbo jet, like a jetliner, you know, and that has a big impact. Like being that large in an airspace, like that is like you're 100 times bigger cross section than than the average fighter.
Like
Like
the Vanguard from like 2 kilometers away with these.
Yeah, so you can't classify the Vanguard as any kind of fighter because it can't exist in the fighter space because it's going to get absolutely ripped to pieces because it's going to get seen from literally visually, not only just seen from super far away, but also like they would have to like dramatically, like they'd have to bring weapons velocity and overall speed down to like 1,000 meters even to make it somewhat viable to offset the physical size of something like a Vanguard, right? Because at that point you basically have to take away the fighter's ability to apply damage from it at range, because if you have like I could confidently, and I say this with all sincerity, I could confidently hit Vanguards from 3,000 meters away all day.
Yeah.
Right? If I had 6,000 meter range, I could probably hit them from 6K away. But I can't barely hit an arrow at about 1,000 meters, right? And if he's doing everything right, you got to get within 500 to get damage on him. But compared to a Vanguard, like he could be doing all the deflections correctly, and you're still going to pepper him at 2,500 meters. You're still going to take his shields down. You're still going to do damage to him, and he has no way to be able to like close the distance against other ships because he's just so big and low acceleration, right?
Yeah, I mean, as you say, I think the interceptor tuning for the larger ship more sense.
You would think with the giant ass engines on the Vanguard, it would actually have some speed.
I mean, it's a mixture between the F-14 and the A-10.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know how they're going to fix that issue, because even this new flight model that they're talking about, and we'll pull out some images, and I'll go through and talk to you guys about it. It's not going to fix the profile issue. How can it? You know, in fact, I think it actually might make the profile issue worse because of what they're doing geometrically, and like they're basically limiting the game to planes in space. That's essentially what they're doing. So you know, bye bye other things. Excuse me. I think I should have enough to get out now because I have a...
The Vanguard in the old flyer model was very strong. It had the acceleration to actually create distance.
Yeah, and you had the space and the distance to actually avoid fire and create energy. So the Vanguard legitimately had a chance to fight and win against light fighters. And I remember taking those fights, and I thought it'd be so much fun. But now, with the speeds being compressed, and now they're going to get compressed even more, like the physical size of your ship has just such a dramatic, you know, way to play in that metric. So they're going to have to make the Vanguard much smaller, or they're going to have to make heavy fighters, I mean, essentially significantly faster and higher acceleration than their light fighter counterparts. But I just don't see CIG doing that, because they seem to have this weird concept that they can't shake where, oh, if it's bigger, it has less acceleration. And to me, that actually works the opposite way. Like SpaceX is a massive, like SpaceX Starship has more acceleration than typical jet fighters today. But that's also because 80% of the craft is engine. So when you look at something like a Vanguard, I mean, over 50% of the profile of the Vanguard is literally giant two-size big engines. And you're telling me that thing wouldn't have more acceleration than a small little arrow? Like, come on. Like, you're joking, man. Like, the whole idea is wrong, you know? I mean, they wouldn't have really good laterals, but they'd have amazingly strong main engines, you know? I mean, look at it. It's just like a giant rocket ship. You know?
Didn't it used to have like 20-something Gs back in the old flight model? And like a 1,300 top speed? Or close to it? 1,200?
It had something.
At least the Sentinels did.
Yeah, but
to
it
others,
never had
'cause-
as many Gs as like the Arrows and the Hornets and stuff.
Yeah.
You know? But, I mean, again, the game that I would design and make is different than the game that they're trying to make. I just don't see them fixing any of these issues. And they can balance all day. It's not going to fix it, you know? Like, they'd have to hamstring ships so much just to offset, like, essentially a poor physical design choice. You know? Like, if you're a fighter, you should not be larger than a Hornet. The Hornet is the absolute largest you should ever get as a fighter. Like, end of story. Anything larger than a Hornet, like, you're just kidding yourself, you know? So they have to create fighters that make sense with the world. But they made these fighters because I don't think they really understood what game they were making. And so they just made it because it looked cool. And now they're in a position where it's got to be functional. And ships like the Vanguard and all these other big heavy fighters, like, they're just way too big. They're just way too big. And then they're compressing the speed zones so much that they're taking away all the ability for the heavy fighter to manage its profile. They're taking away all of its extensions, all of its speeds, all of its distance, because the only way to avoid fire in a big ship like that is distance. You need to create distance, because if you can't create distance, you can't move far enough away from the enemy's targeting cone where, like, your physical profile can actually avoid incoming fire. And that metric is all upside down and backwards when it comes to CIG's ship design, right?
And HP increases don't mean anything.
Yeah, because if I can hit you and you can't hit me, it doesn't matter how tough
Yeah.
you are. Like, you'll just die slower. That's it. That's all it is. And I
A lot
mean,
of people say Maelstrom is going to be a saving grace for heavy ships. It's not.
it's not even close. Not even close. But people like to live in a simulation. So.
That does depend on their implementation of damage ignoring. I mean, if they go that route, it may change.
Yeah, but in order for them, like, again, we all know that size 4 guns are viable against heavy armor. And there's a lot of fighters with size 4 guns. So it just comes a question of, like, okay, you might not be able to use the M50, but you can use the Buccaneer, you can use the Talon, and it's the same problem. The Talon can easily kite all kinds of ships, you know? And CIG is like, oh, it's the backstrafe. That's what's causing the problem. No, it's not. Like, I can just point my nose 90 degrees, create an extension, turn towards engage, and then just do that over and over and over again. I don't have to hold a backstrafe. I can just stay in an orbit and then point my nose when I want to shoot and then turn it back around when I want to create an extension. That's all you have to do. It just changes the orientation, but it doesn't change the physical parameters. Does that make sense? Like, instead of pointing my nose at the enemy and backstrafing, I just point my nose 90 degrees to the right, create that distance, and then turn my nose back in when I have the range, engage, and then if he starts to close on me, I just turn my nose back away and pull him flat. Like,
You
how
could
you
just create a
see-
triangle around your target and just keep
That's
doing
it.
that.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about, right? So, I mean, we essentially do that now with Master Modes with Interceptors, and Interceptors are the best team fighters in the game. I mean, that's pretty obvious to me, you know? So it just, you know, it's just CIG misunderstanding. You know, it's like the blind leading the blind, right? People who don't fly don't understand it, making a game about flight, and then they get confused when people that are experienced at flight and movement basically break their game at a fundamental level, because they're like, I don't understand, like, how are they able to do this stuff? It's like, well, it's simple. Just do this, this, and this. Easy. Right? The way I see it is you have to force your fights. You take a heavy fighter against a couple arrows, or even one arrow, you get punished. Yeah, see, and this is the fallacy I'm talking about, right, Origin? It's this idea of, if I'm in this situation, there is absolutely no possible way that I can get out of it, and I think that is really bad for the game. You know? In a game where permanent death and all this stuff is on the line, to make the game rock, paper, scissors is going to make people very, very frustrated. I mean, it makes me frustrated. You know? Do I think 3 arrows are going to be hard to deal with if I'm in a solo F8 Lightning or a solo Sentinel? Absolutely. I think the edge should go towards the arrows, but it's still a fightable, winnable fight if you know what you're doing. And I want to be very clear. It's still a winnable, fightable fight, but not so much anymore. It used to be. In the old model, you used to be able to actually stand your ground. And now, you know, you get into these situations where there's just no possible way that you can crawl yourself out of that spot, you know? And then they sell it to us, CIG sells it to us as, they sell it to us as, well, now the ships have roles. And that is the complete wrong direction you want to take. Because you sacrificed the skill and effort it takes to actually manage the system, and you've forced it into a very, very small parameter where your skill doesn't really need to be that high to get the maximum out of your ship, and that's the problem, right? To get the most out of your ship, you have to be somewhat competent in master modes. To get the most out of your ship in the previous model, I mean, you had to train for weeks and months, and to me, that's a skill-based game. I mean, you pick up a guitar and play guitar. You could play guitar for 10 years and you're still learning stuff. You're still like enjoying the instrument. But everyone knows that if you pick up a Guitar Hero controller and it has 4, you know, red, blue, green buttons, after a couple months, maybe you're pretty bored of it, because it's like, whatever, it's Guitar Hero, you know? It's still fun, but it's not like you're playing a real guitar, you know? So we went from playing real guitars which is essentially how it feels to fly your own ships, to now everyone has a Guitar Hero controller. And now into this next iteration, we've got the Guitar Hero controller, but now it can only play so many songs. So now it's even more constrained. And they're going to sell it to us as if it's some big revolutionary thing and it's so great. I just kind of giggle. I'm like, you guys, you know? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll pull up the screenshots and stuff here at 2 o'clock, guys. So in 40 minutes, we're going to pull it up here. All right, let's see here. Where's my Buccaneer? There it is. All right, where are you?
Just floating outside.
Nice. I think I still have that bounty for XXG here.
Yeah, it looks like he went to Crusader.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Bruh. Alright, let's see. Let's see what we got, boys. Oh, wow, we got a whole bunch of contracts.
YOLO swag BBQ WTF is a bounty.
YOLO swag BBQ. Some of these names, bro. Now let me track all these bounties and see which ones we got. All right, so let's see. First one is untrackable. Second one's untrackable. Third one's untrackable. Fourth one is.
I'm not seeing any that are close. There's 2 in
Grimhex.
Crusader, 1 in Area 18, it looks like. The rest are untrackable for me.
Yeah. Yeah, one looks like it's close to Banji Point. There's 2 at Grimhex. Oh, 1 at Selen. Yeah, that guy's at Selen. He's just warping around Selen here. And then XXG here. So there's 2 at Grim, and then there's 1... Okay, should we just Sudoku back to Grim and then just pull ships there?
Yep.
It's 2 bounty contracts there, so let's just Sudoku back to Grim.
Good day to take down some shitheads, huh? Got your pay on tap and ready to go.
Link.
Let me go reset my spawn. I think I still have
Death
it set here
Clone
now.
Express back to Grim. So what happened to the YOLO people? Oh, who are the YOLO people? Killjoy, yeah. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Lobby.
Oh wait, never mind. I'm gonna have to fly all the way back. Actually no. Let's get put me to Orson.
So after so many fails in the flight model, it's better to keep expectations low. Well, I mean, what can you do, right?
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you.
All right, I'm at Grim. Where are you?
Visit us again.
Down at Orson at the moment.
Nice.
I'll just reset my spawn.
What the hell you doing?
What the hell you doing, Mike?
Hello there.
You're welcome to join us, my friend.
I'm actually on the way to
Nice.
Grimhix. Trouble has arrived.
Yep, we'll see. We'll see what the new flight model brings. I mean, I'm hoping I get my hands on it at some point. It's just a shame that, like, I don't know. Just kind of feels like, bruh, you know?
You got the party.
Do I have the
I
party?
got a party.
No, Pixel does.
Could use some invite Pixel.
The ASOP vehicle
So
retrieval
have you added? Does not look like it.
Should
Since
see
SIG
on the
has
server.
told us the expectations, if they took our money and not been
a look.
developing what they have been talking about, then I will be part of the class action lawsuits this time. Yeah, good luck with that time. You ain't gonna win that battle, I'll tell you that. You ain't gonna win that fight. You ain't gonna win that fight, brother.
Here, I'll pass the day one for a second.
I'll get you. I should be able to find you in the server. It's the quickest way.
Whoever this target name is, he's still in Grimhex.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Well, I don't see you in the server.
Welcome to the ASOP
I don't think the server list will extend that far.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
vehicle selected. Stand by.
Yeah, that's weird too, like the servers not having names, you know what I mean?
Thank you, group lead. Day one.
Oh, why thank
Yeah, they need to update it. It's not been updated since server meshing, so it only really extends to 100 people.
Alright, let's see here. Where's G for Grand Phenom?
Social tools in an MMO, low priority.
Got it. Thank you.
Alright, let's see here. I am happy to see Master Modes leave, because Master Modes really did much more damage than CIG is willing to admit. A lot of damage, dude. It did a lot of damage. So we'll see if they can kind of crawl back from what this game did.
Disaster modes for the win.
Yeah, man. It's what's amazing to me is CIG's inability to take ownership for the reality of what happened, right? Like, they still consider Master Modes a win, and I'm just like, wow, man. Like, talk about some cognitive dissonance on that one, eh? Not even, oh, it didn't just do that there, Duncan. It killed a lot more than just that. Yeah. Money
A lot of
modes.
bombs as well.
Money modes. That's actually really funny. It's money modes. Bruh. This XXG target's still at Grim.
I have arrived. I'll sit out here and wait for you.
Yeah.
I don't have him as a bounty.
I mean, this target might just stay
Actually.
at Grim. I don't know. These guys usually go to Grim and just stay there because they're too afraid to fight, right?
As the usual.
Two more contracts. Morgan L. Johnson is at... Where is that? Oh, Dupree. There's one at Dupree now. And Chubby, C.H. Chubby, is inside SPK. We can get that SPK guy, because he probably won't see it coming.
Bounty's all yours. Get locked and loaded and take it.
Let's go. I'm kidding.
You got all the details and you know what to do. Play it smart and come home safe, you hear?
Guitar analogy is really good. I'll add to it, but the minimal effort to learn 3 chords, and you can pretty much hang in there to have fun with anyone. That I agree with. That's actually a really good analogy. That's good. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's yeah, I think like what I'm hoping for is a flight model that's like, if you were to play guitar, you can have a capo and you can learn 3 chords and you can pretty much play a lot of songs and have fun, right? You can still take the capo off and really get into it, but there's something there to start with. And I think master modes would be, yeah, that kind of. Oh, there's an Idris here. All right, let's see if I can't get this guy before he clears his crime stat. Quickly, quickly.
Sometimes the bar eats you.
Well, we got one.
Take some time to get your feet back under.
The God marker is kind of lame though, you know, because I could just basically pre-shoot the corner and still get him, you know.
That was a hell of an effort. Hope you get back out there once you're.
What's this guy got? Nothing. All right, got him.
Be advised on coming through the door. Should see my marker.
Like, why are people just fucking shooting me on sights? Like, I didn't shoot that guy
NPCs?
because he fucking... Yeah, he took me down. He's got a crime stat now.
Shit.
I'm
What's going
in-capped. I'm
on?
not dead, though. I charged him. You should
Okay,
be able to get his
okay.
bounty and kill him. He's right here at SPK. He just shot me. And I didn't even shoot him because I'm like, okay, you know, he's another bounty hunter, and he just fucking starts lighting me up.
Why do I have a cursor on my freaking screen, dude?
Yeah, Alt-Tab. And come
How do
back
I
in.
get this off?
Somebody want to res me?
God. Yeah, it won't go away.
There's so many trolls in this game, dude. So many
What's
trolls,
wrong with
bro.
this
This is the way is engaging me outside of SPK.
Oh my God.
So
So the
you got a
Idris hates me.
I'm a mid-level emerald dogfighter. I have like 0 time spent in interceptors. What's the goal? Question mark. Is it to bait and switch?
Can I not get rid of this? Thank
What
you.
is the goal? Question mark. I mean, it's so interceptors are good team fighters. There, Josie.
Where is he?
I don't know.
At
You
the
shot
console?
me. He shot me. He's wearing all white.
Copy.
You got to make sure you. I mean, I charged him with assault. Just come res me here.
I'm coming.
So_kitty, I think his name was.
Trying to make sure I don't run into him.
I'm struggling to learn
Where are you?
pentatonics. Yeah,
Upstairs?
yeah. I'm in one of
Oh,
the
I see you.
airlocks.
Yeah, I see you. I see you. Coming now.
Res me.
Help me, please.
Ooh, hit me with your love.
Get up,
pen.
young man.
Get up, young man. There's more fight. Get up, samurai. We got a city to burn.
All right, let's find this guy. Oh, I,
don't
hear
know.
something blowing up.
Let me
What was
just
that?
check and see.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. See if there's a bounty on him now. Yep. He's right here.
Okay.
He's
Upstairs.
101 million meters away. He's probably at Grimhex.
Jesus.
Okay, where? There we go.
He must have Sudoku.
Almost guarantee it. Well, I got a crime set. Better kill myself. Like, there's an arrow that's dead there. Where'd I park my Buccaneer?
Something blew
Oh,
up.
other side.
It's on the other side. What is
Oh,
this?
Pixel, is that Idris trying to shoot you?
Yes, yeah, the
I'm not even
laser.
there.
Somebody's find the
Yeah,
laser.
there's an Idris just shooting people now. That's fine. I mean, if he wants to get a crime set by killing me, then we'll kill him too then. Be my guest.
I wonder, can I board a ship from here?
It's just so many. The crime and punishment system in this game is so dumb because it does it after people have murdered each other, right? So you kind of have to just let them murder you to get the crime stat, you know?
Oh, he's moving. He's aiming for my ship now.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just so trolly, dude.
I just charged him.
And this is why people complain about griefers, because there's just so many of these like autistic children. I'll rephrase that. So many of these low integrity children who do stuff like this constantly. You know?
We got some
Well, I think
XXGs
they-
outside of Grimhex.
Yeah, I'm
think
looking
they-
over.
I think they bipped my mantis. Those motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's just-
He destroyed every ship over here.
yeah, I just lasered everything here. Oh, target name just warped off after you said that.
Yeah, I was chasing him and then he got out.
Yeah, we should probably get the mantis over here then.
I gotta go reset my spawn real quick.
Yeah. Whee. He's warping again.
Hey there, Grant.
Where's he warping?
So the only thing we can do, bro, is
I don't know where he's going now.
Sudoku.
Well, I mean, you can log the menu and just
I think he's
rejoin,
going to
but-
Deacon's Research.
But we'll be end up right back where we're standing, I think.
Yeah, he's going to Deacon's Research.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
Well, it depends. Did you call? Like, if you called to
What's your
land
take
anywhere,
on
that's
the
where you
piracy
should
versus griefing
respawn.
argument? People on one side are saying piracy and
Yeah.
griefing are one and the same. Oh no, they're very different. People don't understand what griefing actually is. You know what I mean? Like they just don't get it. Griefing is not piracy. And neither is indiscriminate just killing for no reason. That's not griefing. You know, griefing is when you're like sitting outside a station, specifically hunting one guy, like using the game's exploits to harass them, and then just going after that one person over and over and over and over again. That is the definition of griefing, right? You know, so. Nice. Get some repairs here.
Is it soft death? Looks it.
Well, there's two blades here now.
It isn't soft.
Be there shortly.
Who's the other blade? One of the other blades trying to hunt the
shit.
bounty. Oh, it's Alfie Pilot. Oh, there's a whole bunch of guys here now. It's a three-way. They all turned on me now.
I'm inbound.
Yeah. One of them is super hurt. Oh, target name is down. Somebody got him. Now I'm on this Agent Kirk guy. Actually, I'll get Alfie first here because he's the blade. Blades are annoying to deal with.
It's spawned in Hurston.
there in a
So I'm gonna be
second.
a minute.
Yep. There we go. Alfie's down. Now I'm Agent Kirk. There we go.
Drop me out of clone. There we go. 20 clicks out.
Yeah, still on Agent Kirk. Wee. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to. Yeah, I'll need your help because
I'm here.
he just strafe spams me here.
He's stripped.
Yep, I'm on him.
Stringing him out.
There you go.
Lost targeting.
Yeah,
Turning back.
I got his attention here. Yeah, he's taking the bait. I'm gonna pull
Click.
him flat.
Come back in. 2 clicks.
Nice. Oh, almost had him.
Coming in for the merge.
I'm
Turning
back
on
him
me.
low. He's got more distance here. Damn, he fought me off. And I pull some range here. It's tough with the Buccaneer.
He's on me now. Stringing him out. He's red hull, red nose.
Yep. He's gonna nav. He knows he's dead here. Yeah, he's navving.
Come back in for the merge.
I'm gonna try and get a missile ready here. Missile out. Come on, track, do your job.
Super hurt.
Another missile out. Good track. Another missile out.
As well. Bad track. Going into nav. Good hit. Good
Yeah,
hit.
I'm just putting missiles on him one at a time here. Come on. How many missiles? Okay, I'm out of missiles now.
He's on me. Stringing him out.
Yep, yep, almost there.
He's flat.
Oh, turn to me.
Yeah, he nosed on you. Turning back.
Here we go. I got his
I'm
attention
4
here.
clicks out. I'm far. Careful.
I'm gonna try and get his shields down.
2 clicks out.
Oh, can't hit him. I can't hit him, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna try and drag him. Here we go. Nice pickup. Coming back in.
Stringing him out. He's following.
Ah.
Nosed onto you. Careful.
Yeah. Those ballistics are really starting to hurt. Ah. I had to back off.
Stringing him out again.
Oh, no hits.
Coming back in for the merge.
I got a shield.
2 clicks.
Ah, no boost. I'm in trouble. Come on, come on.
He's down.
Nice.
This is why stealth furies with strifes
Nice.
are
Okay.
undefeatable.
Yeah, it's tough with the Buccaneers because, like, you can just keep denying.
I just died?
Oh, delay. You probably got delayed damage or whatever it's called.
No, I was full shields and everything.
Yeah, but he's got ballistics, so they go through your shields, right?
Yeah, but I was not damaged.
Yeah, but
He barely hit me.
oh, really?
Yeah.
There was probably delayed damage then. There's a glitch where the what's it
You
called?
usually get that delayed damage a lot earlier than that. I was floating around for a good 20 seconds after killing him and then just died.
I don't know. Yeah. Agent Kirky was Burks. Nice. Not today, Burks. Was he a crime stat?
No clue.
Oh, the other blade was Virgil. Oh, wow. I stumbled into a whole sweat lodge. The whole sweat lodge. I might as well just grab the M50. We'll do double M50s then.
Sure.
The Buccaneer's tough. It's just the two of us, you know? You kind of need some M50s to break it up a little bit. It's hard to get really close with the Buccaneer because
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You have to extend a little longer because you're so much bigger than something like an M50. It's fun. I can actually pull the M50 right here from the pad, size 0 pad.
Be back shortly.
That's fine. I'll just go back to Grim. I don't have a crime stat, so. Did he have a bounty? Or did he just turn red chasing the bounty?
I think he just turned red.
Yeah, bounty.
I didn't have it up if it was available.
So the buck it's hard to use into a. Yeah, the wolf is good against the Buccaneer because the buck doesn't have a lot of hit points, and you got to be really careful like how you dive, right? So
Play it smart and come home safe, you hear?
you got to be just really careful.
Bounty's all yours. Get locked and loaded and take him out.
Yeah, I saw Alfie picked up that shot because I was able to string him out, and then Alfie took the shot. So we'll take it, boys. We'll take it. We'll take it. I just love the fact the buck is viable now. I just need some love for the miss, and I'm happy. Yeah. Let's get our Jedi starfighters. Duncan, you cracked me up. Commander Kamala, like what the fuck? That's really funny, actually. Not sure where So Kitty is.
We would be honored.
We got a
if
Heb
you would join
raced
us.
93. He's on Daymar. Might be at the OLP. I'm gonna go
Nice.
check that.
Stand by. I'm just getting an M50 here.
Boys, give him hell.
Go see if I can find him.
Appreciate it. We got to talk about boundaries, buddy. See you in a bit.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle
All right, M50. Let's do it. Jedi Starfighter, baby. And it is almost time. We got 15 minutes, and then we're going to break out the screenshots and start talking about the new flight model stuff.
Looks like he's in the middle of nowhere.
I've never
5 minutes
had...
looks like.
Vager, I'll tell you this, man. I've only had negative experiences with Alfie Pilot. He's been an absolute prick to me. But I really hope that one day he comes to Discord and has a talk with me, because he's only been... I've only had negative experiences with him. Honest to God, right? And it's a shame, because like I've never really met the guy, so I don't really, you know, I can't really tell you if I'm on point with him or not, but he's only been a prick to me.
Okay, I'm 180 clicks out from target.
Well, then you should tell him, Vager. You should tell him to stop by Discord and have a chat with me then. All right. Jedi Starfighter time, baby. Let's go. It's a good song for flying the M50. Thunderstruck?
And 40 clicks from target. You could just warp to me.
Stand by. Which one you want? So Kitty?
I'm on Heb raced.
Herbist or whatever? Herbeast?
Yeah. He's on Daymar in the middle of nowhere
Nice.
doing something.
Alrighty. Stand by. I'll track the same one with you then. Let's do it, boys.
Hopefully it's not a cap.
Oop. I hate how the controls are so funky, dude. There we go. Like I turned my
You can
ship.
fix MFTs.
I turned my ship off. All right, give me control of my ship, please. There we go.
30 clicks from target.
All right. I don't know. Is it? Is that Herb? Is that Herb? Herbidiza? Is Herbidist? Is that Herb?
We would
Herb
be
gives good
honored
fights. He's always
if
fun
you
to
would
fight.
Join us.
It's a Polaris.
Battle Droid, welcome
There's
to
another
Pro
fighter
League.
on grid though. Let me see what that is. There's a Valkyrie, an 890. Looks like they're doing something on the ground. Got a Saber here.
Warping to you.
Gonna start engaging the Saber.
Said he makes cinematic videos. I don't think he's a good PvPer. Herb? What's going on there, Battle
Saber's
Droid?
stripped. Saber's trying to get out.
Yeah, I'm warping. I'm like
Regiment to
flying
Saber.
straight to you now. 16 kilometers, closing fast. 10 kilometers.
Saber's in the chaff cloud. Wait for him to
Yeah,
come out.
almost there. I'm on him.
A little bit of desync here. Sabers on me.
I'm on him now.
Gonna pull him out a little bit.
Yep.
Flat.
29 Gs, man. The M50 slaps. Yeah, I'm right behind him, just lighting him up. There it is. Good
Nice.
kill. Jedi Starfighters, baby.
So
You got that
where'd
nice
these
blue
guys go?
skin on your M50, buddy?
Let's go check what's going on down here. Says he's on the ground. This isn't an unmarked bunker, is it?
I don't know. Oh,
Oh, it's the crash site. It's the... Ah, okay.
oh, the
Interesting.
Javelin crash site?
Yeah. I've not been here in a long time.
Well, hold on. What's Herb's
He's in a
name?
tank.
He's in a tank. Oh, we can get that. Hold on. Is it underneath? I'm not
Inside,
sure.
yeah. I'm in it.
Can you hit it from there? Watch out. You might fire a tank round at you. I'll turn our lights on here. Well, this is going to be difficult. See if I can get a shot in.
Go to the backside. Is that open?
Yeah, I'm just going to have to try to stay.
Yeah, backside is open.
Nice. Yeah, I'm
Shooting
getting
him
hits.
from
I'm
the
getting.
back.
Oh, fuck! I hit the station. I hit the rock on the ground, but I'm alive somehow. Okay, he's looking at me, or is he? I can't tell. Oh,
Yeah,
here
he's
we
looking
go.
at your side.
Here we go. I
Turning my side now?
got. Here we go. Yeah, he's looking at you now.
Gonna bait him out.
Well, I can actually shoot. Here. Oh, now he's looking at me. Now he's looking at me. Oh, he's looking at you. He's looking at you. He's looking at you. He's looking at you. 10 points for creativity.
You think size 3 bombs could hit him in there?
Oh, something just touched me here.
If you can arc it in from the entrance, then yeah.
You really
The fuck just shot at me? Why did my shields go down?
fuck up. It happens to the best of us.
Oh,
The
we got him.
PDCs from the player.
Oh,
It
I
failed.
got
He
him.
killed himself.
Complete
did you?
contract.
Oh.
Suspect. How did
Yeah,
I get him?
Failed.
Maybe you opened the back ramp and you hit him.
He probably, yeah, he
Yeah.
probably jumped out of the sea and I got
Yeah,
him.
he had to get out. He probably got out.
Oh no, no, poor Herb.
Back on the wire. Hopefully somebody will back him.
Yeah, it looks like the back ramp's open. Yeah, it is. You hit him inside. It looks like.
That sucks, man. That's kind of funny though. Yeah, I was shooting into the back of the tank and I was actually shooting into the back door and getting shots through. Oh, that's too funny, man.
Oh, I'm dead. I got railgun.
Oh, you got railgun?
There is a guy under one of the wreckages with a railgun. I see his flashlight.
Okay.
Close to the Polaris. It's not the one next to the tank. It's close to the Polaris.
Hey, it's
He's
Ken.
under the wreckage.
So that you're picking up another bounty. Good luck with this.
So if you're looking at the entrance of where the tank was, it's like 90 degrees to the left of that, it looked like.
All right. Are you back at the station?
Respawning at Grim right now.
Nice. All right, let's go back to Hila then. Virgili is here. He might have like a whole wing of guys, so we'll see if he's got tons of guys or if it's just him. Oh my god, Battletroid. You cracked me up, buddy. You cracked me up. M50 is freaking invisible.
Okay, waiting on the claim.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just orbiting Grimhex here, waiting for stuff.
This is the way is 100 mm out. See on Daymar?
Yeah, he's probably at. Well, he was in the Idris last time I seen him, right?
Yes, he was the Idris at SPK.
So it's probably another Idris, right? I would assume.
Yeah. No thanks.
Yeah, I don't feel like shooting into the 7 Idris for 40 minutes. All right, let's see where these contracts. So, Tenium is on Hurston at Dupree. This guy's name is Person. He's also at Dupree. That's 2 contracts at Dupree. Elgaki is at Microtech. Virgil is at Grimhex. This is the way is at Selin SPK. So Kitty is at Hurston. Klesher. These ones are dead contracts. Why do they contracts just go dead like that? I don't understand.
They go to Pyro.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Pyro, or they're not in Comrade.
I'll track your progress.
Well, there's 2 at. There's 2 of them at Dupree, and then they've got the one Virgil contract here at Grimhex. So it's unlikely Virgil will leave Grimhex until we leave, because I'm assuming he's got guys watching stream, right? So we'll have to leave before he comes out. So I do think the Idris is a mobile base should have a T1 surgery table with the doctor office inside. Oh, he's out. He's in a wolf, and he's in nav mode here. He's headed to Yila.
Still in my hangar.
Yeah, I'll just wait for you here. Where you at, Enrain? We're gonna need interdiction.
One moment. I've got the Mantis pulled. I'm just gonna get outside and hopefully not die.
Nice. He's going to Daymar area. Oh, no, he's headed to Hurston. So he's probably going to Dupree. There's 2 contracts there anyway, so let's just go to Dupree then, guys.
Gotcha.
I wish I could follow multiple contracts and have them all up at the same time, you know?
I get a bug that actually shows multiple at the same time. I
Yeah.
have 2 markers right now.
So I do think the Idris is a mobile base should have, yeah. I think the Idris should have basically high level surgery and stuff like that. But it depends on how they do the surgeries and all that stuff, right? It depends on how it's all going to work out. It makes sense that on a warship, like you'd have what you need to stabilize somebody, no matter what the injury is, but you may need like, you know, planet side, you know, services to literally replace limbs and do all this other crazy shit, you know? So it depends on how they do it, right? Have you tried the new flight model, says Tactical Goose? I haven't tried it myself, but we have information about it now. So we're going to talk about it here in a couple minutes. And then we're going to sit down and discuss what those changes are and how it affects the game and all this other stuff, right?
Herbalist is asking for you in chat.
Oh, sorry, I turned my chat off. It's too much trolling.
Yeah.
Said I was going to say. What did he say? Avenger 1, you there? Oh, yep. I want to combat I want to do a combat cameraman with you.
Well, he wants to learn to film fights.
Yeah, if he wants to follow me around and film, sure. Okay. Well, if Herb's gonna follow me around with cameraman, then go right ahead. Damn, boys!
What bounty you guys after right now?
What bounty?
We got 2 at Hurston. Forgot the names.
Yeah, Dupree, I assume.
Was it Person and Gaki, I think, are over here? And then Virgil's here too.
What a name. I'm almost at Hurston here.
10 GM out.
Alrighty, boys. Said, what is this music though? Says Pigs. You never heard this song before, Pigs? It's called I'll Be Seeing You, man. What is this music? Oh, it's a famous song there, Pigs. What happened to Impulse Buy? Not sure. Not sure. What's the speed wall situation, says Tactical. Don't worry, guys. We're going to answer all those questions. I'll have graphics. We'll talk about it here. I will answer all your questions. I will answer all your questions. Why don't I have control over my ship here? Why can't I move my M50?
Give it a second.
There we go.
Happens all the time to me.
Dupree Industrial Facility. Zucker Gas, good to see you. Alright, I'm warping over to Dupree.
Yeah, I'm inbound.
Nice.
Of course it wants to cancel.
I'd rather shit on my hand and clap than go to Dupree. What the fuck? That's so.
That was a pretty well said. That's
yeah,
a great,
that's a
great mental image.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's some like chimpanzee
trouble with
throwing. You know, that's pretty wild. All right, I'll wait for you to get here. There's a bunch of
inbound
ships
now.
hanging out. There's a hawk here as well now. Goose World. Sea money. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff around here. Brockland. Oh, there's Impulse Buy. Prusian and so 2 Idrises.
20 clicks out.
Yeah, I see 20 kicks. Do we have interdiction?
I think Ensign is coming.
Enrun?
Enrun, I meant to say. I'm sorry.
And the rain. And we can
Yeah,
start
it's
moving-
doing that
we can
weird bug
start
where it's
moving
dropping me out of
towards-
quantum every 5 feet.
Here with you.
Oh, I know.
2 clicks away.
Yep, starting to move towards Virgil here. Oh, he's in the wolf. Nice. So you got to be very careful with the wolf, especially in atmosphere. There we go. 2.2.
Not gonna lock him until I'm merged.
Yep.
I'm in the wolf.
You got a second one coming for you, A1.
Roger
Careful,
that.
get out.
Yeah, roger that. Oh, I see him.
Trying
Oh,
to merge
there's
with Virgil.
there's Agent Kirk again. Yeah. There we go. Nice. I'm pulling flat. It's
Oh,
two.
I
It's
got
two
hit by that
wolves.
second wolf. I
Watch
gotta get out.
Yeah, it's two wolves. We can get Agent Kirk first then. Oh,
clicks out.
ballistics are gonna hurt.
Keep pulling, keep pulling.
Yeah.
Got a hurricane coming up on your 6,
out, watch
A1.
out.
Hurricane. Hurricane coming up on you.
Yeah, I'm on Agent Kirk. Yeah, if you
Pulling
can
out
pull him-
Virgil. He's still on my tail.
So I'm coming to you.
Ooh,
Come back
those-
in for the merge on
those-
Kirk.
Those ballistics do hurt. Not gonna
Two clicks
lie.
out.
C Money is close to you. Watch out.
Roger
He's
that.
in a hurricane.
Merging with Kirk.
Yeah, I'm stalling Kirk with
Big
you.
merge. Stringing him out. He's stripped.
I'm on him.
Here we go.
Come back in for the merge.
Yeah, big damage on him. Big damage on him. Big damage on him.
Got a lot of damage on this spell.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that's good. Good
I got him hurt
defense.
pretty good. Ballistics.
Yeah. Once Agent Kirk is down, then we'll go for Virgil here. Watch out, Pixel.
I got Virgil on my
He's
tail.
close. He's
Yep.
close to you. He's close. He's very close.
Stringing
Switch
him
your
out.
target.
He's
Okay,
flat.
Agent Kirk is trying to nav.
Switching to Virgil. Coming in for the merge.
Now stay on Agent Kirk. Stay on Agent Kirk.
I'm too far. I'm too far. Virgil's on
Oh, he
Pixel,
got me.
stringing him out.
Yeah,
Going on the
the
Kirk.
I got an arrow on me.
ballistics just hit too hard against the M50.
I got Kirk. Kirk is down.
Nice. Good fight. He got me, though.
Coming towards you, Phenom. Merging with Virgil.
Yeah, I'm in nav. I got 2 of them on me.
Yeah, the ballistic
good.
buff helped a lot. Like, it's very dangerous to engage a
Go
ballistic,
ahead and get out of there,
ballistic
Pixel,
ship.
if you can.
Yeah. Come towards you. I'm safe.
It is, yeah. Ballistics against intercept, especially the M50, like it will shred an M50 very quickly.
I got to go. I got to get out. So if you can get out, get out.
I'm safe.
There's also 2 other ships chasing us, so we need to regroup.
I wonder if I should take the Scorpius.
I'm going to repair real quick. Copy that, Pixel.
I wonder if I should take the.
Virgil's
I
engaging the Hurricane.
wonder if I should take the Buccaneer for this then.
It's the wolf in Atmo? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
That's tough.
Got to find a repair.
To the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
Yeah, ballistics are super. Only
They
on the
hurt.
Wolf though. You put ballistics on anything else, and it just doesn't
Yeah, it's
have
not
it.
the same.
Yeah, it just doesn't
It's
have
not
it.
the same.
Which kind of sucks because it's like you'd want ballistics. You know what I mean? The Guardian. And
A lot of ships on grid now. I'm seeing 3 or 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I got out of there.
I'm just gonna
Two
keep
out-
stay here and scout.
outnumbered.
That's true. The M50 has the lowest hull resistance of any fighter against ballistics. You know. Ooh, I could take the 85X.
Virgil's being engaged with 2 other fighters. I'm gonna see if I can swoop in, finish them off.
Yeah, I'll take the 85X here. I'll work.
Your vehicle has been hit.
Disregard.
He'll probably run. Before
Nah, he's
he-
got backup
he
now.
dies.
His backup just arrived.
Oh, okay.
I'll come in the 85X then. See if that'll be a little bit better for dealing with the wolves.
Virgil jumped to aerial. And then he cross-cut. It's just in dead space now.
Oh, he disengaged.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I knew he would. He's getting too. If there's too many on him, he'll disengage.
Time for the 85X. It's basically like a Fury with a quantum drive.
And no missiles. And a second seat.
The no missiles thing kind of sucks, but I mean, whatever. I mean, it's not like you have a lot of missiles on, you know?
No, but you do have missiles.
That is true.
Heading back down towards Tree. I'm gonna go see what we got down here still.
Nice.
See one target moving. What is that?
The 85X does technically have a turret on the bottom here, but it's 2 size 2s. But it doesn't really, like, the second person was supposed to be able to control it, but it's like, whatever, you know what I mean? So M50 has the lowest, yeah, it does. The problem is the gunner, like, I don't think it can actually control the gun. Like, it takes the control away from the pilot, but you can't shoot it. So it's kind of like...
Got a Scorpius
You know
on
what I mean?
grid. Let's see. Scorpius and 2 wolves are still down here.
I can't wait to get rid of master modes, dude. I hate this game. Fucking combat system is so bad. Like, there's still some fun to be had, but like, gosh, what we had before to this, man, like, fucking night and day difference.
You know, 100%.
Like, so much of this is like, well, that ship just beats that ship, and it just fucking sucks, dude.
Agree.
I'm engaging an arrow.
The,
on Tree,
the
out of
85X
strip.
doesn't have... Yeah, it's true. The 85X doesn't have a lot of paints. I don't think it has any paints at all. Does it?
I don't believe it has any paints.
Yeah.
Killed the arrow at Dupree. Gonna switch to Hawk.
I think it has one. I want to say.
I just wish that the nose on this thing didn't look so ridiculous. Like, I don't know what CIG's obsession with, like, bulbous noses are. Like, you know?
Yeah, a lot of these ships, I feel like I need a car seat to see above the nose of the ship.
That's so true, dude. It's like a...
Or a stool.
It's like a goofy BMW.
Engaging the Hawk.
Oh, that's too funny.
Hawk is stripped. They got a bunch of ground vehicles here.
Ground vehicles.
My FPS is suffering.
Yeah, Dupree has kind of low FPS too, eh?
It's god awful for me. God
Got the
awful.
hull red on the Hawk. Hawk's turning on me. I'm gonna disengage. Let the Scorpius help me out.
Like what? If I'm getting engaged by multiple guys, I pull them up away from the atmosphere because that shit is so laggy.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing to this Hawk at the moment. I gotta disengage fully.
Yeah, the
Scorpius down.
D3, the nav and SCM stuff is gone. Hatch, good to see you, buddy. Scorpius with gunner is scary in heavy atmosphere.
Okay, I'm out. So this Hawk's damaged already for when you guys get back?
Oh. I'm warping to Dupree now.
Can't hear.
Hawk is in nav. He's trying to leave. I'm gonna see if I
I'll
can
be there
intercept.
shortly.
Watch yourself.
On my way.
10 clicks out from the Hawk.
What is the 85X good at? Dogfighting. 85X, you can't sleep on the 85X, man. Like, it's a genuinely good ship. Is Virgil in
He's looking at
prison?
me.
Where is he?
No, I jumped to aerial.
Oh, he's probably repairing.
Hawk is chasing me. I'm gonna bring him up high in atmosphere. You here with me, Phenom?
Now, yeah, that's in ring, and the A1 is down there. I'm on my way now.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep pulling this guy away.
I managed to get the bubble up on the Mantis. I'm 23 clicks off.
You got the Hawk still?
Hawk's trying to leave. He's going into nav now.
Is he at Bounty?
No, but he was engaging here down.
Yeah,
at
no, I was
the creek,
curious.
so. Going into nav. Okay, gotta wait.
Damn. Well, let's go hunt
There is
Virgil.
still
then.
a Scorpius.
Let's
down
go to
at the
aerial.
debris.
Let's just hunt Virgil. We got what we need here.
Okay.
We're gonna be talking about that here in just a minute there, Garf. He's at HDMS Lathan. $85X M50 probably synergizes quite well though. Because I can still string and peel like how the other M50s can, but I can actually stand and bang a lot better. You know?
Of course, my condom's not gonna work. Let me go to an OM point first.
Yeah. So he is here.
Looks like he's taking off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm inbound.
He's in nav. Mantis should be able to catch him though. He went to
OM5.
OM5. What's your status there in Ryan?
I just hit Lathan.
Well,
Transiting to OM5.
Come to OM5. He's lined up
Chasing
to
nav.
something.
He might go to OM1.
He's gonna go OM1. He's going to OM1. We can get the interdictor there. We can catch him.
Oh, that fucked up my jump. Damn it. You're alone. Careful.
Yeah, I'm right behind him here. He headed to Hurston now. Oh, here we go.
No, he's not.
Here we go. He's on me.
String him out. 3 clicks
Yeah.
out.
We need interdiction here. Quick, 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 quick.
Just looking at Pixel. Pulling
I'm on
towards
him
you.
with
Yeah.
bubbles
okay.
up.
String him out.
Nice,
He's
nice,
flat.
nice. All right, we got him now.
3 clicks out.
Yep, starting to move in on him now.
Just looking at Pixel. I'm gonna pull him away.
Agent Kirk's here too.
He nosed off.
Okay, they're both on me here. Gonna
Where's
pull
his
pull some
Virgil?
range. Yeah,
Virgil's on Pixel. Stringing him out.
yeah, coming back in.
He nosed off. I'm coming back in. Coming in for the merge.
Here we go. Oh, those ballistics.
Virgil's on Pixel. Did some damage.
Yeah, see him. I'm having trouble sticking with him because those ballistics are so dangerous, man.
Bringing
Coming back in for the
somebody to you.
merge.
I see your target.
Man, I can do some damage here,
Virgil
but
stripped.
yeah.
Oh, they are. The
He's
Mantis.
got the crew here now. Come on. Ah,
Lots on grid now.
chaff.
Ooh, almost had him there.
Virgil's red hull.
Got
Turning
him.
back in for the merge.
Got him.
Nice. Mantis
Next-
is about to go
I got-
down.
Bogey
Nice.
on me.
We'll go for Agent Kirk next. Agent Kirk.
Looking for Agent Kirk, not
Yeah.
seen.
Merged.
I see Lawrence Barnes.
He's trying to nav. He's
I
trying to
see
nav.
Soldier. I'm gonna come towards you guys. We got 3 targets over here when y'all finish with
Yep.
him. But
Joust
I'm coming
it
to you.
through.
I got him right here. Ah, I missed it.
Come on, can I catch it? Got it. Got them
Almost
both.
caught him. There you go.
Next one is, let's see here. Soldier David
Lawrence.
is next.
Or
No, Lawrence is close. We can get
I'm
Lawrence.
on
He's
Lawrence.
in a Hornet.
Is in a Hornet.
Mantis is down.
Clean, 4
Roger
clicks
that.
out.
You did your job well.
They're trying to nav out.
Yeah, try to get missiles on Lawrence here. He's jumping out. Soldier David as well.
That's alone.
Good stuff. I'm Red Hall, but like we still took it. I had to be very careful though.
He's out.
Soldier David's out. They ran. Good fight. Let's get good fights in local. All right, let's see here. Let's go for HDMS Bezdek and repair here. And continue on.
You see the arrow soldier bag?
Yeah,
Ready to
he's
go.
out though.
So what systems
Exactly.
do you go with on the blade? Please, should I have 3 coolers? No, you should have 1 cooler.
Stay in server will match numbers. They're already outnumbering us. What? What is he talking about?
What's happening?
Read the chat.
Oh, he's making excuses again? That's what he does, man. The guy just makes excuses every time. I think he probably means the Mantis because, you know, he probably feels like the Mantis is the third person in the stack. But like, did you even shoot at people in the Mantis?
They still had more, even counting the Mantis.
Yeah, they had 4 fighters on grid there, and then 2 of them left as soon as the other 2 went down. Yeah, that's fine. It's whatever, man. This guy just talks and talks and talks, but whatever. You know what we should do? We should bring up the screenshots for the flight model stuff. Yeah. Well, we're just 2 as well, right, Nox? So it doesn't matter. It's an M50 85X versus 2 Wolves. All right. We'll land repair and then we'll pull up the what's it called? Stuff about the new flight model. And we'll talk about it here. And landed. Yeah, Wilhelm, it was great. We did get one of them in the first pass, but the M50, you got to be careful with the M50, right? Even in the 85X, like the ballistic penetration on the Wolf is no joke. Like it's a serious problem for the smaller ships. And I feel like that kind of should be the way. If you have really tiny ships with no armor, yeah, ballistic should be like, oh shit, you know? They should be, you know? So yeah, and you almost got me in the trade too, right? So it's a very fine line, right? You know? I have frogs. I have been. And yeah, Herb's been flying around doing some camera work, right? So, okay, let me land over here. And we will bring up the stuff about the flight model. So let's pull up some screenshots here. If I can find them here. So here's the first one. Let's see here. Where is that? Desktop. Okay, so they're testing the new flight model. And so we're going to read this, and then we're going to talk about stuff as to, like, what they're testing and all that stuff, right? So, new flight model testing, significant changes so far that we've seen. Speed limits are not spherical anymore, so backstrafe is very limited. We are talking below 100 meters per second. It's pretty much an egg-shaped mixed speed bubble. Power to engine pips define max speed acceleration, which is very close to something that you'd see from like X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, which is a really, really, like right here, this here is the most positive thing. It's probably the most positive thing about this whole stuff, right? 3 ships in testing are the Gladius Hornet F8 Lightning, which is pretty simple because it's light, medium, and heavy. So it's the 3 best ships in each category, essentially. Acceleration jerk implementations, or how fast the thruster can go from 0 to 100, are going to be changed. Ability to control the IFCS core. So basically what they're saying is you'll be able to turn off all your flight assist systems, which means all of your rotational assist, all of your momentum assist, everything that controls the ship, you can turn it off. And so that everything now goes to like complete 100% manual control. They're saying that it's almost impossible to master in the current state. Maybe that's the case, but we'll talk about that here in a second. They want to test the quantum system, which is what really this whole testing is about, which is the new quantum travel system. We don't really have any big information about that at all. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like whatever. But don't worry, there's more. There's more. So if I pull up this screenshot here, I'll pull up this. All right. So let's talk about this in just a second here. Okay, so I don't care if I'm not logged in. Oh, for God's sake. All right, can I just... Here, let me just save this. Like that. And then I'll just pull it up. Like Deesh. There we go. All right. All strafes become symmetrical. At least for now. Up, down, left, right are the same. Mass in proportion is calculated, so if you're firing missiles, you will increase your acceleration top speed, but not by much. Makes sense. So if you're heavy laden, so you have lots of missiles, you're heavy on fuel, that's typically what most modern jet fighters, you have laden and unladen speeds. So an F-18, when she's fully loaded, with all the right packages, the right strike packages, the right missiles, extra fuel tanks for long-range missions, your acceleration is going to change. Like the F-18 won't be accelerating like it's, like it's light. So that is a cool thing. That's very simulation-y. However, we'll talk about the flight stuff here in a second. IFCS core will be disabled upon collisions if you survive, which sends you into a half-controlled cinematic spin. I like how they put cinematic in there. Re-enabling the IFCS core requires reboot time, which is about 5 to 10 seconds. That is an insane amount of time. That's an insane amount of time, but it is what it is, right? So let's draw out.
Your camera is on, by the way.
I don't see myself. Do you guys see
In the
me?
bottom left corner. You can see the top of your head.
What?
It's not pointing in the right direction.
Oh my God.
There he
It
is.
has been on. What happened? What happened? What happened?
Sam wanted the Sam cam. That's
oh
what happened.
my God. Well, let's fix that right now then. Let's
Oh, the boys are here shooting me in armistice.
Oh, that's what I figured here. Okay, let's
I'm
just
gonna just sit here.
I'm leaving the server because I can't be bothered to play with these people. We're going to talk about flight model stuff anyway. Okay, so let's put this here like that. And let's fix the live cam.
Oh, they're pad ramming now. Well, that's cool, buddy.
We should record that because that's bannable. Okay, so if I go to live cam here. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's considered another camera here. Here, I'll just add
BR
video
Simi is the
capture.
name.
Okay.
Get that sweet QR code up and record it.
No. That doesn't make any sense how... Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how my mainstream is picking up a camera. It's considering it as camera 2.
It's like cropped all weird. It's
Yeah, it's not the right camera. It's that's supposed to be the SAM cam, but that doesn't matter. We'll deal with that. We'll deal with that later. Okay, so let's talk about flight model stuff because that's what everyone is curious about. Now, I don't have an NDA signed with these guys about this stuff, as far as I can tell. I have the Evocati NDA, but this isn't the specific individual testing, and this information has been put out to the public, so I'm not really too concerned about talking about the changes, considering I haven't actually had time to play them myself, and I'm going to be coming from the standpoint of educating you guys that are watching just based off of the information that we've been given, right? So we're going to draw out what we currently have in Star Citizen right now, and then we're going to talk about the changes that are coming. So if you were to imagine this right here would be a ship in its current form. This is kind of what we have when it comes to speed zones, right? So if we go hollow, change it to yellow, here like that. So this kind of is what we have right now, where we have about 600 meters per second forward and about 300 meters per second in reverse, which is 1/3 of the overall top speed typically of combat, right? Which means that if I turn my ship, if I'm, let's say, existing here in the speed zone, and I turn my ship, whatever degrees this is, so this would probably be like 45 degrees, okay? Then I'm only going to be able to reach this speed, right? So if 600 is here, and I can only turn my nose up, which means my nose is hitting this position, and my ship is here, then I can only actually go, let's say 500, if I want to be able to. I can only go 500 if I want to go in a motion like this, and I can go 600 if I want to go in a straight line. All right. Does everybody understand what that means? Okay. It means that the higher you pull your nose, that the higher you pull your nose off of your point of movement, the lower speed you get, right? So if I want to go totally flat, totally straight, I want to go from point A to point B, I can move at 600 meters per second. If I want to move like this, right, then I can only go 500 meters per second because I'm turning, right? If I want to go like this and make a really hard turn, right, then as soon as if my speed wall is low, then it's going to drop me even lower while I turn my nose to face the opposite direction if I was going this way, right? This is what we currently have right now. I want everyone to understand this. This is what we have right now, okay? This is what we have right now. This is Master Modes, right? That's why when you guys see me flying an Interceptor, right? People ask me, like, why do you like flying the Interceptor? It's because I can take a sweeping movement, right? And I can stay at high speed as long as I don't make a sharp turn, right? If I make a sharp turn, I'm going to drop all my speed, right? Because I could have come around the corner at about 500, right? Because I'm moving at an angle that's less than 90 degrees. Okay, but if I make a sharp turn, then this section right here of my flight is going to drop to like 200, because for a brief second, my nose is going to be facing in the opposite direction of where I'm moving. And because the reverse wall, because again, if my momentum is carrying me this way and I spin my nose the other direction, I now am quote unquote back strafing, because I've carried my energy into a movement, I've spun around, and now I'm carrying 500 meters per second into that movement. I've turned myself around, and now my main engines are pushing me this way, and I cannot maintain my speed in the same direction I'm going because my reverse speed wall is only 300, where the speed that I came into the turn with was 200 meters per second over what the allowed speed limit was as I turn my nose around. Okay? This is extremely important because the new flight model uses this metric and these things that I'm explaining to a much more aggressive degree, significantly more aggressive. Okay? Now, if we have high speeds, okay, then we get much more space-like dogfighting, right? So let's talk about what we're moving towards and what has been explained, okay? So we're going to draw out what the game is going to look in the future, and that looks much more like this. If I can draw it out here. Actually, it's not a rectangle, it's more this here. So, okay. Okay. This is the new flight model. Your reverse speed wall now is going to be like 90 meters per second. Your forward speed is going to be about 400 meters per second. Okay? What this means is that you are essentially creating 3 degrees of freedom, which is what modern airplanes and modern aerial fighters are all based on. Okay? Because let's be honest, if I turn, okay, like I said before, if I make a turn, right? I want to draw this out. If I'm here, okay, and this is my speed zone, right? And again, I only have this very limited space to move in, and I move 90 degrees, right? So now my ship is pointing this direction. Okay, now my speed wall is like this, and I turn my nose even more. Now my speed wall is like this. You'll notice that I'm actually hitting this section here. Okay, I'm actually hitting this reverse speed wall. Because what I've done is I've carried my momentum and I've started to turn, but because my momentum is pushing me this way, because I'm going 400 meters per second, and I start to turn like this, as soon as I turn past that 90 degree point, I now turn from going this direction to going this direction. And when that change happens right here, that flip happens, I now go from strafing to back strafing. And because I have 400 meters per second going this way, and I can turn my nose much faster than I can reduce my speed, what ends up happening is I go into this essentially slide where I go into this turn like this, I boom, hit that speed wall immediately, because as soon as I go past 90 degrees, I hit that speed wall. And so I have essentially created a 3 degrees of freedom game. Because what that is going to create is flight is going to look much less like how we see it now, where it's much more 6 degrees of freedom and blah, blah, blah. And it's going to be much more based off of this, where, where flight movement will look like this. Sweeping lines, attack a target on its way out, and this here like this. Next guy comes in, here comes, attacks his target, turns, doesn't want it, leaves. Okay, so what's going to happen is ships are going to be moving right? They're going to be carrying their energy. And if anybody basically decides to make a hard turn, right? Like right here, he decides, again, you got to think every second you're moving, right? It's an angle. It's an angle, right? But if I make a nice sharp angle like this and I drop all my speed, I'm carrying that momentum this way. I'm basically going to slide against the floorboards like an ice rink. You know, I'm basically going to hit this imaginary speed wall like this, and I'm going to slide against that speed wall like this until I get into a nose position that allows me to move much farther down basically this cone, right? So I can exist, you know, anywhere inside this cone to some degree, but only within a very limited space. And then, so essentially what you're doing is I'll draw this out so it'll make even more sense, you know? It's like you're connecting cones in space. That's a really good way to explain it here. So it's like you're connecting, so here's your first cone, right? Like this, there's your first cone, you know, there's your next movement, there's your next cone, you know, there's your next cone, like this. So you're moving down these cones, right? Now, if I start, you know, at this side of the cone and I move like this and I turn my nose just enough, okay, I'm going to be able to maintain my speed, right? Because I'm not exiting the speed zone because my nose isn't turning fast enough to drop my speed, okay? But if I were to make a really hard turn here and decide, you know what, I don't like this position, I want to turn my nose like this, I want to turn in here and start engaging this target, well, guess what? I've now reached that speed cone. So what ends up happening is I'm asking for a cone like this, right? And so I'm going to basically, as soon as I slide out of that spot and I hit that speed wall here, it's going to push me way slower. It's way slower, right? So what this is doing is it's essentially making planes in space, right? So you have strafe, but you have strafe within a very limited cone to move in, okay? And so fights are going to be much more like, you know, like airplanes, like War Thunder, DCS World, that kind of stuff. You're going to like sweeping lines. And so you're going to have what's called maximum turn angles, you know? And if you ever think for yourself, you know, like in space, you want to pull the Starbuck maneuver, right? Where, you know, somebody is engaging you, they're pushing you this way, and you're pushing the same direction, but you're facing them, okay? So he's moving towards you at 500 meters per second. You're disengaging at 500 meters per second. There is no way to close that distance, right? This has been the crux of the issue because in space with infinite accelerations, okay? In space with infinite accelerations, there is no speed wall. So if this guy has 10 Gs and this guy has 5 Gs, okay? I can accelerate up to him. We might bring our speeds to like 5,000 meters per second, but it doesn't matter because in space you can go as fast as you want. It's all based on accelerations. But because Star Citizen wants to create a Star Wars cinematic experience, Star Wars exists in 3 degrees of freedom, right? So let's look at something here for a second. Let's pull something up. So let's look at some examples of Star Wars dogfighting combat and how that equates to what we're moving to. So let's look at one of my favorite scenes here in Star Wars. This one. Okay, so everybody likes this. That's what happened to your flight model, my friends. Okay? So, what we need to do is we need to understand this cinematic style of dogfighting and movement and how it's relating to what we're moving to, because this is important, okay? So you'll see here, if I can get to the right spot, let's CS spam. Look at that, guys. EM missiles that just won't let go. Okay, so this, I'm going to go back a little bit further. Okay, so in space, it doesn't matter if you're yawing into the shot, right? But in like for airplanes, so you'll see here, his nose is facing this direction. He's going to bank to the left and pull around the corner. Okay, see, he's banking to the right, so he pulls around the corner. See how he's kind of banking like an airplane? Same thing with the Slave 1, banking into the turn. Same thing here. Gimbals. I mean, this is exactly what Star Citizen's combat is going to try to do here, like almost 1-to-1. You can see here that he's corkscrewing. So for all you guys who watched my stream, is this an effective corkscrew? I just want to play that one more time. So Obi-Wan, Jedi Master, he starts here and he drives a very straight line without creating any deflection whatsoever. And Boba Fett just goes, there's all your shields gone, bud. Someone needs to give this boy some flight lessons. Okay? But you'll see here that neither party can accelerate up to each other. Okay? And what that means is the top speed of this ship is exactly the same as the top speed of the Jedi Starfighter that's running away from it. Neither party can close on each other because right now the acceleration that he is doing forward and the acceleration that he's doing forward are the same. But you'll notice that in Star Wars, in space, I would just be able to flip around and start shooting towards the guy that's chasing me. But Star Wars can't do that because they're planes in space, okay? And that's exactly what we're kind of moving towards with this new flight model, because we are going to have a little bit of essentially drift room, or room for our ships to slide around corners. But if I can find the asteroid scene here. Where is it? That may be it. No, that's not it. That's not it either. That's not it either. Okay, let's get another example here, because this is important. Let's see here. Let's get a clip from here we go. There's a bunch of Star Wars clips here. So same thing. Ships facing forward. Again, right? Ships facing one direction. These guys are moving in. I think it should be... I care about Solo. Look at Solo, bro. Rogue One. There we go. That's some good stuff. So, in order for today's modern airplanes to maintain lift, they have to fly forward at a certain amount, because the pressure of the air has to get underneath the airframe and the wings to create what's known as lift. If there's not enough lift, your plane basically falls out of the sky and hits the ground. In space, that doesn't matter, but in Star Wars, there is a very similar experience. Like, all these ships are always constantly moving forward as if they were like airplanes, okay? You'll see they bank into the turn because they're creating lift on this bottom part here, so they can turn and they can dive into any movement that they're doing. This is not necessary for space combat. There is no resistance and there is no air to create lift from in space. But in Star Citizen, there is air in space because the ships still perform and move as if they do in space. Now, CIG will argue, well, we don't model atmosphere in space. We do space stuff, blah, blah, blah. That is technically true. But the reality is that they've created a thruster and speed zone model that simulates what you're seeing here. Because in order for you to get the most pitch out of your ship, which means the most degrees per second to move the nose up or down, you have to bank into the turn like you see these guys doing, right? So in order to get your nose on target, I have to do exactly what this X-Wing is about to do, and that is bank himself to the right and turn his nose towards the target. because if I just yaw onto the target, I won't do it as fast. This is how modern jet fighters work in atmosphere, but it is not how planes or anything in atmosphere or in space will function, right? How things will function in space are much more akin to this right here, which we'll pull up here in a second. All right, so this right here is a very much more accurate version of what space combat would look like. You'll notice that there is strafing going on in this example, right? You'll see the Vipers, these little power pressure points will light up, and you'll see that as I strafe this direction now, I strafe to the right, I strafe to the left. I can still keep my nose on target while engaging something, okay? Now, in the new flight model where we're moving to, the degrees that you can do that are going to be different. So the speed at which I can move left, right, up, or down is going to be like existing in a very tight cylinder, like a very tight cone. Although I can go forward very fast, I can't go in reverse, and I can't strafe at very effective speeds, right? So this example right here, where I can just turn around in space, is going to be kind of gone in that sense, right? Also, the speed at which these guys are moving, just for everyone's example here, that is a planet. That's a moon. That's a planet. The speed at which these guys are going is almost akin to something like light speed. Like, if that's a planet and I just moved all that distance, I am essentially dogfighting at 3/4 the speed of light. Which is wild. Just that obviously is... Okay, this is another good example here. So, this example is this Viper is traveling directly forward towards its target. It's not strafing right, left, up, or down. You'll notice that this starts getting engaged, it starts to push up, it strafes up a little bit right before the scene changes. There we go. There's the upstrafe. There's the upstrafe, and you'll notice that its nose is still on target. So we're going to be able to do this in the new flight model, but you see how far I move up here? That's pretty much all I'm going to get. I'm not going to be able to get much more speed out of this example, right? It's like if I were to draw a cone, so let's take a picture here. So let's watch this. So if I go... So if I take this picture... Okay. Let me say save as, desktop, save. And we go here, blah, blah, blah. And we save file, open. And we go to that picture we just took, which is now gone. Bruh. We just took it. What happened? No. What? We just took it. I'm gonna have to take it again. Bruh. This example right here. Save image. Desktop. Save. Okay. Open. Open with paint.net. Okay. Is this it? No. Bruh. Guys, I'm so sorry. One sec here. Okay. Oh, my goodness. There we go. Okay, so if you were to imagine this is the flight model, okay? I want you to imagine that the point at which I started this movement is going to be, this is what's known as the 0 point, okay? Now he has moved up to this position here, right? His direction of travel is towards these guys, okay? Now, if you were to draw a cone, towards these guys, you can notice that the cone would kind of look like this, okay? Because the speed at which he can deflect in lateral directions is always from the 0 point, which is your ship sitting at 0 meters per second. Because we have a speed zone, if there's no speeds in space, this doesn't matter, but because we have a speed zone, this is important. So in that second and a half, he's able to move up, left, right, or down. It doesn't matter. He chose to move up. Okay? But now that he's in this position, he cannot continue because he's now hit this imaginary speed wall, right? Because if we were to look at this from the side view, there would be a cone like this, okay? And we would be sitting now from the center point, we would now be sitting at this top spot, okay? Because the speed wall that is here, let's say, would be 200 meters per second, okay? Now, I can go towards the enemy at 400 meters per second, but I need space to move lateral directions because that's how I need to avoid shots from hitting me, okay? Is everyone following me when I say that, okay? Now, in master modes, you can, the shape of that cone looked more like this. So it looked a little wider, right? Because you could go up or down deeper than you could like this. So your top speed was smaller, but you can make lateral movements at lower speeds better. Okay? And then what we're moving to is an even more compressed, more aggressive version of master modes. We have even less movement space now to play with. Even though we have speeds that are more in the front direction, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to connect all these tubes, right, as they move through space, as if we were flying an airplane, creating lift on the bottom of our ships to move through space. Okay? Is everyone following me when I say? Does anybody have any questions while we're going through this here? Could it be that because of the G limits on humans, not just 3 doff out of laziness? Okay, you have to decouple the example of speed versus acceleration, right? Acceleration means I can pull on the human body 9 Gs per second, okay? So I can move every second 9 Gs. So in 3 seconds, however distance I move in that time is what the human body can sustain if I'm sitting in my ship like this. There's my stick man, and the blood on my head is draining down. Okay?
Pancake.
All right? But if I move in a lateral direction, so let's say I try to move this way, then my little guy inside my ship, the blood would move to the side of his face like this, and his brain would pop and he'd have an aneurysm and he would die because I would only be able to pull 9 Gs for a much less amount of time. Okay? The human body is designed for blood to flow this direction, not for blood to flow this direction or this direction. All right? There is no gravity in space, but you have to understand that if I put 9 Gs of force in this direction going up, right, that means that I have 9 Gs of force that I'm offsetting. So I'm actually creating 9 Earth's worth of gravity per second. So it's as if if my body weight was 200 pounds, right? So if my body was 200 pounds and I pulled 9 Gs, I'd be 1.8, I'd be 1,800 pounds. It's as if something worth 1,800 pounds just sat on my face. And it'd be happening to every cell in my body as it pulled me down this way. Now, Star Citizen deals with 29 Gs or 14 Gs just on lateral up-down strafes. The amount of Gs that you pull in... now, again, if I stopped pulling those Gs, I would immediately return to a 0 G environment, and there would be absolutely no force on my body whatsoever. Okay? But you need to understand this is how reality works, and then there's Star Citizen, right? So, does everyone understand the Viper example, right? Now, let's go back to our dogfight here. So, clearly, we have already reached our speed ceiling on this Viper. Okay? So, we'll see here, fighting at light speed, we'll see we're coming in. We strafe up, and that's it. We've reached our max speed. So, in 1.2 seconds, my ship has already reached the maximum speed that it's possible of reaching. And now I'm just coasting up. I'm not, like, Starbuck isn't continuing to accelerate, right? Almost 2 seconds worth, but she's holding that position because that's what she wants. Also, this guy coming in here is an absolute idiot. He's not moving left, right, up, down at all, and he's just firing straight at them. This is a good example of how to get yourself killed in a dogfight, but what do I know, right? Of course, it's hot dog. So again, more strafing, a little bit of left-right movement. Okay, this is. Oh yeah, he's fucked. I can't remember what happens in this one. Okay, so this is an example of the cinematic dogfighting that CIG is trying to create, right? In this situation here, Starbuck is in a nose-to-tail fight, okay? The distance between this guy and Starbuck is like 150 meters or less. I mean, he's like within shotgun range. Like, he's right on top. So, great merge on the Cylon guy. But clearly, there's some... what do I call it? Cinematic story armor, I think it's called. Plot armor. Okay. I can't remember this scene here. Okay, here we go. This is a good example of what you see me doing a lot of times when I'm getting like 2-3v1, right? So we're in a nose to tail here. But you'll notice that the distance between this Cylon Raider and the Viper isn't changing at all. Because the acceleration of this ship and the Viper are basically identical. Okay? So in Star Citizen, this position wouldn't be being held very long at all because the difference in speed between ships in Star Citizen, the way they're tuned, is so dramatically different that, like, we see a Buccaneer chasing a Gladius. The Gladius goes 520 at top speed. The Buccaneer goes 610. So, to me, or 600. To me, like, you're closing at multiple ship lengths per second. So positions like this, where it's nose to tail, they never last for long because the differences between ships tuning is so insanely different. It creates what's known as overshoot, which is I actually accelerate too fast and actually over or undershoot my target because the differences between ship performances is just so wildly different, right? So in this situation here, Starbuck just decides to turn around, and you'll notice that now she's facing towards her opponent and there's no distance being changed because the ship that's pushing and the ship that's holding position are at the same acceleration because Starbuck can reverse at the same speed she can push forward, okay? And she's just strafing left and right while shooting until eventually she gets a good shot and this happens, right? Bonk. In Star Citizen, she would hit her reverse speed wall and stop super fast. Yes. Yes, I'm glad someone's paying attention. So in this situation here, right? This guy here is going to close distance on Starbuck, okay? You'll notice that he's only closing at a pretty slow speed, okay? Again, cinematic, right? So this is the situation that CIG is trying to create, where if I'm shooting at you and I'm actually in the reverse position, it's going to force what's known as an overshoot, which is what you see here. Because the speed at which I can accelerate in reverse is lower than the speed at which I can accelerate towards somebody, because my main engines are pushing me forward and my reverse engines are much smaller. Okay, that is a design choice, not real physics in space. Okay, I want everyone to understand that. That is a design choice. That is not how space works. Okay, and what we've done in Star Citizen with this new flight model is we've constricted the movement laterally even more, and we've forced these jousting moments to happen a lot more commonly, because it's CIG's way of forcing fights closer to be more cinematic, like what you see here. Except for in Star Citizen, you'll notice that the gunnery here, even at 150 meters, like a lot of shots are just straight up missing. But again, in Star Citizen, to make the game more accessible and easier, they've made it so that projectile speeds are much faster, and they automatically target. Even if like Starbuck is way off here, the guns would automatically gimbal into a perfect shot here. And so every one of these shots that you see her doing would be directly on the cockpit. And that is because actually aiming your guns and watching for fall to shot is too difficult for most of the people in Star Citizen. Like it's just too difficult, right? That's why if I set my gunnery distance, it's going to be like, I want to set my weapon converge to 200 meters, to 400 meters. That's when both streams of fire overlap laterally on the right and left sides so that they can give you that perfect pinpoint shot. Because if you sight them in too soon, then you get crossover. If you sight them in too far, then you have what this is, where the guns are basically, like right now, Starbuck has essentially zero weapon what's the word I'm looking for? Convergence. Her weapons are basically firing totally flat. There's no distance between these two projectiles like a triangle. It's just totally flat and forward. And she's just trying to aim, basically, she's essentially aiming one gun barrel at a time, because the other one has no chance of hitting, right? So she's just hoping that, okay, left one hit that time, right? Bonk, there she goes. Okay, so let's talk about more of the stuff that they're doing, right? So they're testing 3 ships, Gladius, Hornet, F8, like I said before. And again, look at what they say here. Speed limits are not spherical anymore. First of all, speed limits were never spherical in master modes. They were much more like a kind of elongated egg, although they were much bigger in the lateral directions. Backstrafe is very limited, they say. We are talking below 100 meters per second. It's pretty much an egg-shaped max speed bubble, i.e. 3 degrees of freedom. 3 ships in testing. Okay, acceleration and jerk are going to be implemented. So this just means how fast a ship can translate from one movement to the next. You want to have it so that it's not super fast, so that movement isn't like bing, 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 bing. You're just bouncing up against speed walls. You actually want there to be some more thought put into it, right? Okay, all strafes become symmetrical, so that means that if I strafe up, down, left, or right, I get 9 Gs in any direction, no matter what I'm doing. If I'm strafing up, strafing down, strafing left, strafing right, it is what it is, right? Mass is calculated, we talked about that, and then the IFCS core, which essentially will turn off all of the assists that we've kind of been seeing around. Where is... Oh, my paint.net just disappeared here. So that is what we have right now, guys. That is the gist of it. That is the gist. Open with... Where's paint.net? Where's my paint.net? More options. Bruh. There we go. There we go. Okay. Where do you get these? What about the NDA? Won't anyone think of the NDA? I don't care anymore. I mean, I really don't. And I'm not even in the testing, so it doesn't matter. So here's the reality, right, guys? There are 2 outcomes. One outcome is we essentially get planes in space, where flight movement is very gradual, and you know the perceived flight direction for this guy could be like in a corkscrew and then into the ball like that. Although his nose is going to have to basically be pointing this direction as he makes those movements, right? Like how an airplane would bank and turn into a turn, because if we keep, like, Master Modes, for better or for worse, was a more true to 6 Degrees of Freedom game than the game that we're currently moving towards. Rolling Scissors, yeah. So a lot of these aerial movements that you see, like with actual airplanes, we're essentially moving to planes in space, 1 or 2 circle fights, because the guy that pulls his nose too steep in a turn fight. So imagine this, right? Imagine we have, I'll just explain this example here. So if we go, so we go here. So let's say we have 2 guys that, you know, one guy over here and one guy over here, right? And they want to engage each other. So they get into a turn like this, and they start turning like that. Other guy comes in like this, and he starts turning like that. And what ends up happening is, right? Does anyone see what this is? This is a 2-circle fight, because we have 2 circles, okay? And what that means is once they pass each other, in order for a plane to stay airborne, I have to have a minimum forward speed, okay? If I don't have that minimum forward speed, then what ends up happening is, then it becomes a question of, like, I can get my nose around faster than plane number 2, right? Because my airframe is better, which means I'm going to get guns on like this. I'm going to get guns on sooner before he does. Now, if said guy decides, you know what, I'm just going to turn in regardless of my speed, I'm just going to take an aggressive turn here to get close to him, he's going to drop his speed like crazy, right? Until the point where he actually will drop it so low that he'll actually fall from the sky and hit the ground, okay? So there's a minimum turn radius. Now, this new flight model we're going to has a minimum turn radius. But instead of just hitting the ground and going to 0, what you're doing is, because you have an egg-shaped cone, you're just going to hit that lateral speed wall as you fight inside your little cone here. As you turn your cone towards your enemy, you're going to bump across that speed wall, right? Are you guys starting to see what I'm saying? Are you starting to see what I'm explaining here, right? Because that lateral speed wall is significantly lower. And if you turn your nose past 90 degrees, well, now that speed wall is behind you, and the shape of the space that you're playing in is so steep, and I say this, so steep, that the distance is only going to give you, they say, about 90 to 100 meters per second. So dogfights are going to go down to 90 to 100 meters per second at some points during these turns, right? Which is CIG's way of forcing fights closer together. But a smart pilot, somebody who's actually paying attention, is not going to put themselves in that position, right? If the guy wants to drop his speed, that's fine. If he wants to turn in like this and drop his speed to 0, that's fine. Then I'm just simply going to let him have that, and I'm going to pull around him like this, right? Because he's going to get his nose on me or whatever, but he's going to drop all his speed. At that point, I can get a wingman to come in at nice high speeds and engage this guy. And if he wants to now try to turn his nose towards him, I'm going to leave that engagement and I'm going to move to the next location, right? I'm going to hold my energy like an actual airplane. I'm going to hold my speed. I want to be above 200-300 meters per second, because if I'm taking turn fights inside these miniature little turn balls, then people that actually have speed can just fly in, take a pass on the turn ball, fly in, take a pass on the turn ball, and leave. Okay? There's another example I have that actually will make you laugh. And this happens in nature. This is a very okay, so what we're going to see here is, so does anybody know what a bait ball is? A bait ball is when a large school of fish get together and they start to swim together, okay? They get basically hounded. Actually, we're going to get a better resolution one because this is way too low resolution. We need something 4K, something nice. Something nice. We need... what's this one here? We'll just type in 4K. Yeah. This isn't Bonaire. Okay, so here's a bait ball. And I use a school of fish for an example because that's a lot of times what the intelligence level of the SC community seems to be like these days. Okay, they're just sitting there, but they're not moving. Where is one with sharks attacking it? There it is. Where is it here? Stay with me, guys. You're going to love this. You are going to love this. Okay. All right, it's low resolution again, but whatever. Man, I had such a great example yesterday. Now I'm not finding what I'm looking for. Where is it? Damn. Oh well. Well, that one could work. As an example, I'm talking about. Oh, this is the example. This is it right here. Got it. Okay, so here we have a big bait ball. Okay, a lot of fish just flying around here. Now, I want you guys to imagine something, okay? These fish have a maximum top speed. Look at how fast they're swimming. They can't really get faster than what they're flying here, okay? Which means their flight model allows them to only go a half a meter per second this direction, okay? They have high turn rates because they can spin around, but you'll notice these big sharks have a much higher top speed. So they can basically orbit the bait ball until they find something they like, and they can just dive in and go yoink. See, here, yoink, got them. See, these guys are only moving at a certain speed. So everyone else is moving outside of their engagement zone until they jump in and grab them. Okay? You see them here, diving in, grab, and leaving. These guys are only moving so fast. Okay? So what's happening is, if you're turning past 90 degrees at any point, your speed will drop to basically like this school of fish. Okay? And anybody orbiting outside of you is going to be able to basically dive in at any point, yoink, get a kill and move away. This, like, I know the fish example is kind of funny, but this is literally what is happening with the new flight model. None of these fish are moving in the reverse direction because they can't move in the reverse direction because they can only fly forward at that speed. A fish can't swim backwards at effective speeds. So what we're moving to in Star Citizen is essentially planes in space in WD-40 or water. Okay? Because I can't move in the reverse direction. Right? See how these guys right here? See how these guys come in and turn wide over here? They come in, snatch, and they turn wide. Yoink, and they turn wide. Because if they turn any harder, they're going to drop their speed and come back in. Are you guys starting to see what I'm saying here? This is what we're moving to. This is what CIG has been trying to cook for however long, right? And this can be effective and it can be fun, but you guys have to understand that we are moving to planes in space. I want you guys to understand that. The idea of a 6 Degrees of Freedom game is going to die with this next iteration. We are going to planes in space. That's what we are going to. Okay? If that's what you guys want and that's what you guys feel feels good, that's fine. I mean, there's lots of games like so there's lots of games like, for example, Star Wars X-Wing. So if we look at X-Wing VM, so let's take a look at this, right? So let's take a look at X-Wing VM, right? So here's the, where is it here? So here's the X-Wing, right? Now, X-Wing is 3 degrees of freedom. It's basically the flight model that we're going to, but without the lateral up-down strafe directions, okay? So in the next flight model, it's going to be like X-Wing, except for I'm going to be able to move left, right, up, down within a certain limited space, right? So if I were to take this screenshot, so let's take a screenshot and let's draw it out. All right, let's take this screenshot and let's draw it out. Actually, we'll get a little bit better of a screenshot where we're a little closer to a TIE fighter here. So let's go for this example here. So this TIE fighter here, he's going to get a shot. So let's get, okay. So let's take a screenshot there. So I want to bring you guys back from the edge. Don't freak out. I'm going to bring you guys back from the edge here. And we're going to talk about what is going on with this example. So if I go here, desktop, close that out, don't save, drag that in here. Okay, so here's our X-Wing. So with master modes, or not master modes, with master modes, it depends, right? It's kind of the same, but with the new system, so let's draw a yellow one, right? I want you to imagine that there is an imaginary space like this, okay? Because remember, guys, in X-Wing, you're always coming from the center point, right? You're always coming from the center point. I can't strafe left, right, up, or down, okay? In the next flight model, we're going to be able to do that because we still have some lateral directions, right? Now, you're going to be able to turn into corners, but if you turn into a corner, you're going to drift down to the bottom of your speed zone like this. Okay, so your X-Wing actually would be sitting in this position here like this, because I can only strafe down 200 meters per second. Okay, so I'm going to bounce off that like that bottom speed ceiling, and then it's going to push me towards the target, so I'm going to be able to go 400. Okay. Now, if he turns, let's say, up and to the left over here, okay, then what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to follow his movement. But again, we're following his movement like we're inside a cone. Okay? We're following his movement like we're inside a cone. All right? And what's going to happen is as you're following him, you're going to bump against this lateral left speed wall, and you're going to follow him through. Then you're going to bump against this right speed wall here, and then you're going to follow him through. You're going to bump against this speed wall, and then you're going to bump against that. So you're basically like a hockey player. You're going to be banging into the sides of these speed walls as you follow him through the movement system. All right? But if you decide to pull your nose too fast, let's say you try to get ahead of him, you try to pull your nose up here, you're gonna take that cone and you're gonna place it like this now. Okay? And you're gonna hit that speed wall here before you hit it here. Do you guys understand what I mean by this? But flight models like this exist in millions of games. I don't want this. Who wants this? Question mark. If we wanted this, we would go play those games. Did I watched Letterkenny, so I'm old as salt when it comes to Hockey Boys. Right? So if that TIE fighter maintains his speed, right, and decides to move away from me while staying inside his little cone here, right, he's going to keep his speed high. If I want to get ahead of him and I move farther than my maximum turn to angle ratio is, then what's going to happen is I'm going to drop my speed. I'm actually going to get farther behind the target, and he's going to be able to get away from me, right? This is similar to what's known as what's called stalling in modern combat and flight games, right? Again, if we pull our nose too aggressively, we lose top speed, right? So if we pull up a DCS example, so let's do this. You guys are getting a massive class in flight mechanics right now. You guys have no idea. DCS. So if we go to DCS, let's see here. DCS dog fights. Let's find something fun here. Let's do. Oh, there's just so many. Let's do. Here, let's do this one. F-16, right? Okay, so in order for the F-16 to maintain its flight, it needs to always be moving forward, right? See, here's the merge I was talking about. There he goes. So he's going to turn, I'm going to turn, and we're going to have a maximum angle here, okay? What that means is I can only turn my nose as fast as I can create energy forward. So there's a maximum turn rate. I'm going to keep him banked. So you see I've moved my wings lateral like this because I want to come from underneath and sling over and keep the lift underneath me as I move in, right? There I've got the nose on him. I now need to roll to the right to follow him up into this turn. There he rolls to the right. I want to put him inside the gun funnel like this. But you guys have to understand, this enemy target must move this direction, or this direction. He cannot move this direction. He can't. He physically cannot move that way because he has to go one of three ways this way. Okay? Because we're in atmosphere, we are not in space. So what Star Citizen has done is they've created an asymmetrical zone in which I can't really move backwards because in order for me to create any speed that's viable enough to dogfight with, I have to be moving like I would an airplane, right? So this is an example here. He's going to roll off to the right here because he saw the shot. He's going to drop flares and off we go again in another one circle fight. So in this situation here, I would have rolled 180 degrees and pulled up and basically leaded him here because he's going to roll too late and take a shot and he's not going to lead the shot correctly. Now he turns to the right and he failed the shot, right? If he had turned and again predicted he's going that direction, he's only going to go this way, I can now rotate 180 and pull up. I should have rotated way before this because then I would have been much closer to him and got the shot. But that's just inexperience, right? So here he goes, following him in. But again, he can only go in the forward direction because he has to maintain lift. And in Star Citizen, you're not going to be able to, like, if I just decide to turn my nose around, essentially I would be stopping dead in space, right? Like stopping dead in space. So in order for me to have any kind of longevity during a dogfight, I've now got to stay against my speed wall. And as long as I stay against my speed wall, it's going to create this kind of geometry, which is the nose to tail cinematic, planes in space. Like, I'm getting in there. I'm on his tail. I'm almost on him. I'm on him. Pull up, Maverick, pull up. You know what I mean? Because this geometry right here like this is only possible in an aerial dogfighting sense. Because in space, I don't need to bank left or right because I don't need to create lift. I'm in space. But even the thruster design for the starships in Star Citizen in space perform like they would as if there was atmosphere. So you're still going to have to fly like how you're seeing in space. And here we go. He overshoots because he's a rookie. And off he goes. keeps his eye on him. This F-18 is just being completely goober here. Again, right? He's not predicting the movement here. He should be leading over, but he's not. He's taking shots away when he shouldn't. This guy is a rookie, man. Again, he should be moving to the right. Like, he should be moving hard to the right, but he's just not doing it, man. And now this F-18 is just giving it to him for free. Again, he's lost all his... See how much they've been turning? They've been turning. You see how much slower the combat is now? There, he finally gets him. Holy smokes, buddy. About time. Look at how fast the fight is here. 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 Okay? And the reason for this is because they've been fighting for position this whole time, trying to get their nose onto one another, and each guy is losing speed because they're dropping lift. Okay? Now this is simulated, and I want to be very clear about this. This is simulated in Star Citizen with having asymmetrical shapes. Okay? And the more aggressive that your asymmetrical shape is, then the more speed you lose as you start to pull your nose past that optimal turn angle. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? I hear your silence as a yes. Avenger, hear me out. This would be fine if it wasn't in atmosphere and we kept sixed off in space. If anything, that would be better than what we have, but we need to keep the freedom in the vacuum. I want Battlestar Expanse in Star Wars, and not Star Wars Top Gun. Just have an atmosphere cinematic flight style. So that may be what you want nonstop, but that is not what Chris or CIG wants, and you will have no choice but to play their planes in space game, and they're not going towards that direction. Look, that's what we were sold. We were sold a simulation game, but what we got was like a really shitty War Thunder. So yes, Baloney Police, there is a world where this is still a lot of fun. I still have fun playing master modes, but it is far from the game that we used to have. Okay? You can have fun playing Candy Crush. You can have fun playing some of the worst games in the world. But this argument is they're going into planes in space. They're going into less into the 6 degrees of freedom. They're constricting speeds like crazy, even more now than they even have in master modes. And we're going to get essentially a 3 degrees of freedom game, because you can't have a 6 degrees of freedom game on an Xbox controller. It's not possible. So because you have to control up, down, left, right, roll, everything, reverse, forward. You need 6 axes just to control the ship, and then you also need to be able to shoot, manage shields, and do all this other stuff. Like, you just wouldn't be able to do it on an Xbox controller. And CIG wants to bring this game to consoles. They want to create this cinematic experience, and it's just not possible with 6 degrees of freedom. It's just not. Pigeon says, why don't we just play Star Wars Squadrons? I love Star Wars Squadrons. I thought the game was awesome. But Star Wars Squadrons isn't trying to be a sim space shooter. It's not trying to do anything in space. It always touted itself as planes. It's like it's a plane game, but not. But yes, you know what I mean? And Star Wars Squadrons never tried to be something that it wasn't. And going into it, you kind of figured like, yeah, Star Wars Squadrons is what it is, right? And Star Citizen is, was supposed to be like a sim game. And there is a world where you can create atmospheric combat in atmosphere, and then fighter combat in space. We had that in the old model. Like, we literally had that. We had the best space combat game that's ever been made, and they could have kept working on that, and they just threw it away. They just threw it away. And now we have this. Is there now a disadvantage to taking a hard turn and getting slower? I don't fall to the ground in space, so I can shoot at the target and accelerate again after he overshoots. What's like an advantage to speed? Okay, so Chrono, why are interceptors the meta in the current build of Star Citizen Master Modes? Can anyone tell me why interceptors are the team, and I want to be very specific here, the team-based meta in Master Modes right now? Why are interceptors so dominant in team fights? Top speed, says Apollo. What else? What else? Control of engagement distance. What else? Acceleration. Okay, so engagement size. So I can choose my time, I can choose my distance, and I can choose my speed. So I dictate, I control the fight in the interceptor. I control who gets hit first. I control who defends first. I control who dies first. I control who gets out first. Okay? I lose the ability to like, if I drop all my speed and start turning with a fighter, do you think a Buccaneer has a chance against an arrow in a short range turn fight? I'll let you guys in the chat answer that one. Do you think a Buccaneer has a chance in a duel 1v1 when the Buccaneers lost all its speed? No. Why is that? Why wouldn't the Buccaneer have a chance in a duel against something like a Gladius or an arrow? Right, because when the Buccaneer loses all its top speed, you then have a Buccaneer that has very low lateral strafes, very poor jerk profile, very easy to hit, very easy to kill. Lots of reasons as to why a fighter would just absolutely destroy a Buccaneer. But the Buccaneer is a dominant team fighter because the Buccaneer chooses when it comes in and out of the fight because it has the energy, right? So, you know, you're saying like, oh, why not I just drop all my speed? Go ahead. If you're in a team fight and you just sit there spinning basically in place, you tell me how long you're going to last. Because I can tell you, if you guys have been watching my stream, you guys have been watching my videos, you know that the guy that's sitting there at low speed is asking to get just a bunch of interceptors diving on them, and that's it. Like, you're not going to be able to turn your nose fast enough to fight off the interceptors that are going to start diving you. It'll happen just like the example I showed you, where you have a bunch of piranhas diving into a ball of fish because the ball of fish just cannot swim fast enough. So faster animals will jump in there, yoink, grab you. They'll attack you from your feet. They'll attack you behind you. And as soon as you turn around to try to engage the guy that dives on you, the next guy comes in. He starts shooting you. I mean, you guys watched me do it today to Virgil and Burks twice. Against the Buccaneers, we got him in the Buccaneers. We got him in the M50. And then we got him again in the 85X. All three of those ships had higher acceleration and top speeds, so I got to dictate the fight. And that's why team fighting is really powerful in these smaller interceptor ships, because they have the energy and control to do it, right? So, you know, it is what it is, guys. It is now 5:30. I think we're done today's explanation and today's class. I will take this and I will edit it and I will work on it and try to get it out to the rest of the public. But I hope today kind of enlightened you guys based on the information that's now. I will say this before we leave you guys off today, and that is, we are not 100% sure these are, you know, changes that are super solid. We're not really sure if they're going to make some massive experimental changes to see, like, you know, maybe they're going to try something else. I don't know. But what I do know is that what we're moving towards is planes in space, and that can be really fun if it's done correctly, but you're going to have to accept the fact that you are no longer going to be able to, how should I say it? You're no longer going to be able to play the simulation-based kind of game that we all fell in love with, in the previous flight model. So either you folks need to step up your game on Spectrum and kind of raise your voice and be like, this is unacceptable. I don't want to play planes in space. I want to play a more sim-based game. I want to play something that's more depth, that's got some more heart into it. Then that's up to you guys. I can tell you this, that no matter what Star Citizen turns into, I'm going to play the crap out of it, and I'm going to be as good as possible, and I'm going to teach you how to play the game that CIG gives us. I want to be very clear here. I want to teach you how to play the game that CIG gives us. Okay? I don't make the rules. I just teach you how to do it. Okay? So I'm going to drop you guys off. Thank you guys for listening to my explanation today. I hope you guys learned something. I'm going to drop you guys off on Detox because I love them to death. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel, right? So that's all I got for you today, guys. I love you to death. Thank you so much for the good fights, and thank you so much, guys, for sticking around and listening to our explanations here.
Yeah, man. Good job, bro. Good job.
We'll see what happens, right? So I was Avenger
Yeah.
One for the Empire.